Welcome to Fifth Quarter Tailgate. Or is it supposed to be Big Vic? I don't know. He's at Ports in the Park. We're hanging out. Jim's over there still alive for a little bit, and that's fine. We can kind of double up for a little bit. A couple minutes. It'll be all right. But if you haven't already gone back over there to Pinch Hitter Whiskey Lounge, go give him a like, and then come back over here when you're ready. But we're going to get started. We're going to hang out for a little bit. Probably burn the midnight oil just a little bit. Late. It's a weird late stream for me, but we're gonna do it again. What's up, Tater Dom? We had a few people in the house earlier, so I kind of delayed a little bit because I didn't know Jim was gonna go on, but. Cheers, Emily. You're probably not here anymore, but thanks for hopping on. Eric Isaacson. Cheers, everyone. Mike Franklin. Bourbon School. How you doing, Brian? Tater Dom. Good to see you. I think I did put the StreamYard link in chat if anybody wants to hop on. I'm going to see if I'm actually live on YouTube. That would probably help. Don't know if I would be, but looks like I am. So cool. Cheers. We have Bill Scott in the house watching the Diaz-Paul fight on the other screen. Yeah, I could honestly, I could care less about that. They're just not, to me, that's just, performance fighting. That's not really a fight that is actually worth it. I don't know. Maybe it's a good fight. You'll have to let me know how it goes, Bill. Like I said, Vic is at Pours in the Park. He hopped on Jim's stream a bit ago, but maybe we'll get another appearance from Mike Stahl coming from the courtyard where he can't see us, but we can see him. I don't know. But got nothing really planned tonight. Probably won't drink a whole heck of a lot, but I've got some bottles here that I've been trying to kill over the next, couple. They're just low, so I want to drink those down so that they go bye. Because I can't buy any more bottles. I got too many bottles that are not open, and I don't like that. I like having most of my stuff open. Bill Scott says I get a kick out of Diaz antics, but it could be staged. No doubt, it's not high caliber boxing. Yeah. This is was it last week? The Terrence Crawford fight. That was kind of a joke too, because Crawford beat the heck out of Spence, but that was a fun fight to watch. Just because there's no reason that Errol Spence should have been in that fight at all. So let's see. We were talking about yesterday, little college realignment. You got the Big Ten getting with Washington and Oregon, basically meaning the end of Pac-12 as we know it, because the rest of the teams that the Arizona State, and Colorado already. And Utah are joining the Big 12, so that only leaves 4 schools in the Pac-12, and they're going to be scrounging to find a place to go. I don't think I don't know if they'll figure it out, but I'm sure they've got Stanford, Cal, and at least Stanford and Cal have some sort of value as football, college football programs, but it's hard to see kind of a long standing tradition. Pac-12's kind of take a dive after the end, and it's all because of basically money issues and revenue and who's getting what TV deals and who's on TV when, and it shouldn't go shouldn't go down to that. But it'll be interesting to see 18 teams in the Big Ten. They apparently can't count the Big Ten. Either that or they're gonna have to change their name, which they never have. But even when they had 11, I think, when Penn State joined back in the 90s, so they've never been able to count. Cheers, Slapshot. Thanks for hitting the like. Appreciate you not, I understand you don't have to stay up. It's late. I'm late. It's all kinds of late. So, but good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Let me know if you need anything, brother. Oh, man. Went to, today's my mother's birthday, so we went to the old Red Lobster. I'm selling that over at Jim's. It's good. Haven't been to Red Lobster in a while. Had some crab legs, shrimp scampi. That shrimp scampi's crack. I mean, it's just like shrimp and butter. Like, you can't go wrong. So, what's up, baller? How you doing? How's life on the West Coast? The best coast? Oh, man. Senor Lee. You may not care, baller, but I wonder how they're out there in Washington. Talking about Washington leaving for the Big Ten, which is weird, but let's see here. Bill Scott says, "Are you having a pour?" I should have a pour. Let's do it. You know what? This one's probably the lowest, so we're gonna do that. It's bourbon night. Mr. High Rye bullet bourbon pick that they did. I need to probably kill this one the soonest. So I've had it quite a while. It's good. It's a good pick. I may not have too many pours tonight, but Baller says from New England originally, don't care about Washington teams. Yeah, you're more of a Rutgers guy, maybe, or maybe Boston College. Yeah, let's see here. I was drinking this last night. It's good. I drank it more towards the end of the night, but I probably should have just drank this to begin with. Oh, it's good. I like it. I like it a lot. What's everybody else drinking? really have a whole lot. If anybody, the link is posted if you want to hop on. Let's see if this link actually works to this Paul Diaz fight. Oh, I'm not clicking that weirdness. Nope. But looks like Jim may have switched over. Appreciate it, Jim. Bill Scott says, I like BC. My dad played there in the early 60s. That's cool. That's very cool. RIP to the Pac-12 Conference of Champions. It was for back in the day. It was, what was I reading the other day? They have like a thing. They have a cup. Oh, you have to scroll up. I didn't pin it. Oh shoot, maybe I didn't pin the link. Hold on. I'm an amateur. I thought I pinned it. Let me fix that. Yeah. Now it should be pinned. Sorry about that, everybody. What was I talking about? Oh, they were saying like Stanford actually has like the most cumulative championships like per in college sports, like across the board, like all sports, not just like the main sports. But so the fact that they are on the outside looking in is, I don't know, be interesting. What's up, Z-Man? Can you hear me?
Cheers, brother.
You got me? You hear me loud and clear?
Yes, sir.
Cool. What are you drinking? Oh,
I was having problems on Jim's stream. I don't know why.
he's got that OBS
Video,
or
man.
whatever.
Yeah, Ken's stream does that to me sometimes too.
Sometimes, yeah.
You can't figure out how to access it.
Yeah. It's good when it works and bad when it doesn't. So.
Yeah, I think StreamYard is better for everybody.
Yeah, but StreamYard you had to pay for, and the other ones are free. So.
StreamYard lets 6 people on for free or no?
Yeah, 6 people on for free. But you also don't get a back room, and you have this big old StreamYard thing in the corner, and
yeah,
you got a bird in the corner. Go Cougs.
Can't see the chat, so.
Oh yeah. Wow.
I'm not touching the phone. I touch a phone, I'll lose everything.
There you go. Sorry.
I got you on the big screen though, man. 50 inches strong.
Baller says he's a UConn fan. You got great football at UConn. Or not football, but basketball.
They're re-showing the baseball fight on ESPN, man. That's going to be on a highlight reel for frickin' months. Yeah. Holy cow.
James Morgan is drinking Glencaddam Andalusia Reserve. Good value slip with a sherry hit and the distillery character.
Yeah, I haven't had it. Have you ever had any Andalusia?
Bourbon, yeah, or rye, I think it was. Actually,
I could find the Still Austin. That's about it. The Still Austin's good.
It's pretty good. Yeah, the cast drink Still Austin is really good.
Yes, sir.
Oh man.
God, it's bright in here. Look at me. I
Doesn't
haven't really
look too
got
bad.
out here that much on a stream, so.
Doesn't look too bad.
No.
James Morgan says the new PX version is a solid sip also. Absolutely.
PX is double oaked? Or no?
Sherry, I think. PX Sherry.
Oh, all right.
Okay, I'm gonna go in on this bullet.
You guys kept talking about beer, so I broke into the beer.
Yeah, it was it yesterday that was International Beer Day? Could have been. I don't know. I don't pay attention to that. But
No, well, yeah, beer and
well,
wine, I believe.
Ken went live or something for
Yeah, you
it.
did.
So
Yeah, it was beer and wine. I was on there for a little while. I tapped out like 2 hours in.
there you go.
This morning I was a lot better. I had to go grocery shopping and I came back and cracked open a nice new bottle of this fine stuff.
There you go. Yeah, that's a good little solid pour.
It's $24 at the local Walmart, so
Yeah, it's
a lot of people don't see it.
somewhere
So
between 25 and 20 and 30 here. Depends on where you go.
yeah, same thing over here. Store picks are probably about $10 more when I see them.
Yeah, I was gonna say when you see them, but
You know, when I found some Russell's single barrel, and I bought 2 bottles of it thinking I'd see it forever, and it just disappeared. So
yeah,
now I know that if I see it on the shelf, grab a bottle, grab a couple bottles, bunker one, sip on the other, and don't treat it like it's going to last forever.
yep.
And my store is showing more and more 4 gates like you got.
Yeah, I unfortunately I get my 4 gates online.
Well, and the good thing about it is the
What's up,
prices
John?
on them. They don't upsell them. So what's going on, John?
Doing pretty well. How about yourself?
Pretty good, man.
What beer are you drinking tonight?
This is Anti-Hero IPA. It's from Revolution Brewing in Chicago.
Oh yeah, you've drank that I think a few
Yep.
times.
One of my favorites.
I like the can itself.
I don't really like. I'm not a big fan of IPAs. I don't know. They're just too.
I had to get my IPA because I had a hell of an afternoon. So
Yeah.
Did you hear about the accident that almost happened?
Mm-mm.
I don't know what
So I
else.
went to Green Bay this afternoon to go grocery shopping. I'm coming back home.
Mm-hmm.
Country highway that goes like straight as an arrow for 15 miles.
Yeah.
I'm right behind this one car. I'm like, I don't need to pass it. I'm in no hurry.
Mm-hmm.
So we get to a crossroad, and I've been hit by one person before. So if I see somebody coming toward a stop sign on a side road, I automatically brake.
Yep.
Yeah.
So right out of my sight, I see somebody flying. So I slam on the brakes. The car in front of me somehow, this car on the side road was going into the sun doing 65 to 70.
Oh geez.
Blew the stop sign. The car in front of me was just going into the intersection, and then there was an SUV waiting to turn left onto that road. And I'm just like waiting to watch like a bunch of people die.
You're like, I'm about to die.
Somehow that SUV there was 2 elderly ladies. They stopped in front of the intersection,
Yeah.
and literally the car in front of me never had time to brake, and the car flew right through between them.
It's crazy.
And kept going, and nobody got hurt.
There you go.
And I looked on the side road, and that car just kept flying, and I'm like, I just literally was ready to watch like 5 people die. And I got home, and I was literally doing this.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry.
I'm just, it's.
Well,
But
on edge,
I saw
can
the
imagine.
2 ladies in the SUV, and I was so thankful that they stopped before the intersection.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, nobody
It's
got
all
hurt, but
kinda
oh
too.
my God, it's just.
People.
Yeah, I was having a good day up until then, and it's just like I was scared, and then I was thankful, and then I got home, and then I was angry.
Well, the word on the streets is Arizona's #1 in traffic accidents. And the issue is people tailgate. Yeah. People tailgate. And I'm doing 75 on the freeway, and people are passing me like I'm sitting still.
I got hit a few years ago where there's a car that came up, blew the intersection, brakes failed, hit the SUV that was coming toward me.
Yeah.
And I was slowing down for the intersection, and that SUV hit me head on. So anytime I see somebody flying on a side road, I automatically brake check.
Oh yeah, I bet.
I'm the most defensive driver on the highway right now.
Yeah.
And the road going into work, the freeway going into work, it's a 2-lane blacktop. So people are passing each other constantly. So I just, you want to have a cold drink, you want to do some munches on some chips or whatever. I shut all that shit down until I get into work.
It's just like, you're in the middle of nowhere and there's a freaking stop sign on a country road and you blow right through it. It's empty. It's just,
And then I was opening at work, and the unfortunate thing was I went to work twice late because I had to go probably 40 miles out of the way because they shut down the freeway because there was head-on collisions out there.
Yeah.
I was like, really?
When I moved out to this subdivision, like I'm kind of very on the edge of town, like
Yeah.
and so like, and I'm still technically like the street that's right out of our subdivision.
oh, Ben, I haven't seen you in a while. That's awesome.
What's up, Ben? Anyway, the road right out of our subdivision is like a major highway, basically. When you come in, when you're leaving, but when you get into town, it goes from 65 to 35.
Oh, shut
People don't really pay attention to that. And when we first moved in, it was like we didn't have a turn lane. Like if I wanted to go, left into the city, we didn't have a light. So I'm like, oh God, oh God, oh God.
Yeah.
Please don't hit me. Like, please don't be going 75.
Yeah.
Because that's what they were going. I mean, they were going 75 into the city, and then all of a sudden it was like they would slam on their brakes. And apparently they didn't get enough warning, but it does warn you for about 10 miles.
Yeah, that's
up. Like, just saying. Speed zone ahead for like 10 miles.
Can't fix all the kids, man. They just, some of them just, they make
how close
me
does Larry live to you?
What's that?
How close does Larry live to you?
2.5 miles.
Okay.
Dan. Well, good old Dan.
So he's married to a girl from Wisconsin.
Is he?
Yep. So he's been up here quite a bit.
Yeah. I see him at Walmart.
Okay. I always see his things about the football games. So.
Yeah, and he goes to like all the games.
Yeah.
He's got a box, and
I just remember watching him when he did his show at the stadium.
Oh yeah.
Stand up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my oldest is a big Badger fan, man.
He's like, when the midgets do the wave, is that a ripple? I'm just like,
yeah, my oldest is a big time Badger fan.
He's
and I had snowbird neighbors, Scott, that were they owned a plumbing and mechanical business that was worth some money, and they did the guest boxes in the Cornhusker Stadium.
Oh, nice.
And those guys never really paid the bills, but what they did for my neighbor was they gave him tickets to go in and out of that stadium anytime he wanted. So.
Yeah. Well,
you're a Cornhusker fan, are you not?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I have tickets.
Yeah. I laughed because I'd watch the games, and then the snowbird neighbors, the sister, she would come over here. She actually had me watching because they didn't have I got satellite over here, DirecTV.
Yeah.
They didn't have the ability to watch the women's basketball. So she would come into town and just knock on the door, and I'd let her in here and fill her full of beers, and me and her would sit here and watch the shit.
There you go.
I mean, what's going to happen to DirecTV now with Sunday Ticket went to YouTube?
Oh, I don't know, man. I mean,
you have to.
I feel like DirecTV was kind of on the way outs anyway.
Yeah. I mean, I looked at I do streaming, and I did DirecTV now for a little bit, and it was like almost $200 a month.
Yeah. You can.
And it's like, no.
I think I have, was it YouTube TV, and I think I paid maybe $80. No, $60.
I did Sling for a while, because I could get NHL Network and then the regular NFL Red Zone channel.
Yeah.
But then I would cancel it as soon as football season was over.
Yeah. You can get you could get the Sunday Ticket on YouTube without doing YouTube TV, and they have a set price for it. If you just go online and go look at it. Mm-hmm. My issue is I have DirecTV and I still got MLB extra innings, so I have not shut it off. I might eventually, I don't know, but if YouTube is not, because I like watching.
They have that MLB package that's like streaming.
Yeah.
Let's see. I have T-Mobile 5G wireless here for my internet, and they actually have the MLB packages free through that.
Nice. I had them for a while, and
I only have it just so I can watch the Twins play, but the AL Central is freaking garbage this year.
I had them to watch the Yankee games.
Yeah.
And then I watched like they were always on like ESPN or whatever. Now they aren't. They've kind of taken them off of ESPN. Which
no, they're on.
I mean, they're not. They're not first place. So
they suck.
They're on Yes now.
Yeah, they suck.
Yankee Entertainment Sports Network.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep DirecTV because there's still baseball. I like watching basketball.
Yeah.
I haven't forked out between now and I think the 19th of September on YouTube. YouTube's doing a promo for football. Yep. The unfortunate thing is DirecTV was letting you give payments, so you didn't have to fork out $300 right off the bat.
Yeah.
So, but what I do like is that they're not requiring you to have YouTube TV. So, and like
right now, YouTube.
Yeah. Well, right now I got you guys on the big screen, and all that is me scanning the QR code, and sometimes it'll want a password. For Google.
Rob, I've never been there. I've just always eaten at the stadium. So.
Yeah. Fucking.
It's funny listening to you talk about the boudin. My Walmart sells it for $4, and they ran out of it, and I wanted more, and I went on Amazon, and it was like $20.
I ate it when I was in Louisiana. That stuff is so good.
Oh yeah, and then that shit you guys were talking about with vegetal sausage.
When I saw like plant-based bratwurst today, I'm like, fuck no.
Do you like gumbo?
Yes, I freaking love gumbo.
Yeah, gumbo's great.
I've been to New Orleans before. I would live there and eat there if I could, but the weather is too fucking hot.
I would eat there. I would live there and eat there, but my heart wouldn't let me.
Well, the problem is it's too fucking hot and too humid there. That's the problem.
So I sat there for years with the wife, and I was making her gumbo, so I'd use the Johnsonville hot Italian sausage in it.
There you go.
And she was thinking I was making it from scratch because the boxes were stuffed up in a cabinet, and she knew where the hell it was at. And she goes, you don't have to tell me how you're making this shit. So I pulled it down, and my oldest is in Indiana right now. And I used the Zatarans. So if you use the Zatarans, try it out, 6 cups of water, you boil, take your sausage, throw it in there, and then pick your favorite vegetable. I've done okra. I've done everything frozen. Sweet corn. Usually I just use sweet corn in the hot Italian. Dude, it's delish. And then they got Zataran actually has that gumbo filet, which is the ground up sassafras.
Mm-hmm.
You sprinkle that on the top of it, and it kind of makes it a little sweeter. And you can serve it to people like, I just made that myself.
Yeah, I have a sister that works for a TV station in Green Bay, and I went to a meetup. And we were talking about gumbo and stuff. And there was a guy from Louisiana. He's like, "Oh, you make the Zatarans?" And it was almost like the guy was hitting on me. He's like, "You got to let me make you gumbo from scratch sometime."
Yeah, right.
You want to give me your end, do you? Okay, that's.
There's nothing that Zatarans makes.
Chorizo and andouille. Yeah.
Oh, when you go to a restaurant in Louisiana on a Monday and you get the homemade red beans and rice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or like if you ever seen like the Cafe Du Monde, the beignets and the coffee.
Oh yeah, I've been down.
Oh yeah, I've been there too. That yep.
Mm-hmm. I love. I actually have a good friend of mine from high school. She lives blocks away. Like I mean, block and a half maybe.
When you can get a beer to go walking through the quarter.
Yeah, that's
from
cool.
a doorway. I mean, I went to one of Emerald's restaurants once too, and the food was freaking phenomenal.
Yeah.
Good. I'm surprised you know him, man. Emerald Lagasse.
Oh, see, my ex-wife and I watched him like when he had his show on every night.
Bam.
Yeah,
Before we got married in 01, so we watched his show every night. And that's one of the reasons we went down there. Him and Justin Wilson.
Crazy thing about that is all of his restaurants down there
I love Justin Wilson.
Oh, yeah. The Louisiana
Justin Wilson, I got a bunch of his cookbooks, yeah.
There you go.
Bib overalls. I think if you still
Oh, y'all are, I guarantee that guy could cook.
Yeah.
If you still on YouTube, somebody has a channel up with him on there.
Yeah, they're putting a bunch of his old shit because he died like 20 years ago.
Yeah,
but a bunch of his old shows are up now.
Yeah, he was all about the hot sauce.
Yeah, we went to one of Emerald's places, and the food was so good.
Yeah.
I went to Emerald's in the Venetian in Vegas.
Yeah, it was a casual place. It was called Nola. It was still in the quarter. Yeah. But when you had grilled salmon that was wrapped in prosciutto.
Yeah. Dude. Unfortunately, a lot of those places are gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we were there in 01, so it was before Katrina.
Yeah. As soon as Katrina hit, most of those places.
Yeah, we haven't been back there. I haven't been back there since Katrina. Yeah, if there's one city I could move to just to eat, that would be it. I mean, I don't know if did you guys watch The Sopranos?
I did, yeah. It's been a while since I've seen it.
I love The Sopranos, but you ever watch Treme?
That I haven't seen.
Treme is a great show. That's literally like restaurants like after Katrina. It's a really great show. That was an HBO one too.
Oh boy.
Make me hungry now.
I know.
Said I did smoked fish and Johnsonville brats earlier. So.
What are you drinking, Scott? Nothing?
It's a little bullet pick.
Nice.
What are you drinking?
A little bullet pick from It's Bourbon Night.
Little Four Roses?
Mm-hmm. Kind of.
Is it older or newer?
It's a few years old.
Okay.
It's 104 proof, so it's not like super.
No, anything at 100 proof or better, though, is always kind of.
Yeah, I mean, it's a Four Roses pick, though, too. So.
Yeah, so you get the spicy with it.
I get a lot of sweetness on it.
Yeah, I mean, that all depends which recipe you get, because, I mean, you get sweet, you get fruity, you get herbal.
This is mostly fruity, creamy.
Okay.
I haven't had a Buffalo Trace, or not Buffalo Trace. I haven't had a Four Roses that I hate.
You haven't had one that you hate?
No, sir. I like
Four Roses is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I keep trying to hunt all 10 recipes, but I get very close, and then
I have one. My older brother is the one that got me into bourbon, and he's been down there a few times, and I think he's at 8 right now. And he actually picked up a used barrel that he has in his basement at the distillery. I forgot how much he paid for it. But
Rob D says, you'll never have a bad Four Roses. I've had some I didn't love.
Yeah, I've seen that there's a 10 recipe sampler. I want to buy that.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's going for stupid prices near me, so I don't.
Somebody was complaining about the single barrel, and they kept saying, "Is it the Select? Is the next one up?"
I love the small batch Select.
Small batch Select is great.
That is a great bottle.
This one where they take the 6 recipes and make.
Yeah, that is a great bottle.
Some people hate it though.
And I got that, and I was like, "Man, this is good too."
I heard about that coming out, and I saw Jason did a review when it first came out. And he was raving, and I went and bought a bottle. Love that.
But yeah, no, Rob D, I haven't picked that up, and I probably won't pick it up because people want like $300 to $500 for that.
Oh, I would be out.
I'm out. I'm not.
I mean, $500 if I got all 10 and a $750, I'd be fine. But
yeah, but it's only 2-ounce samples.
Exactly.
It's $500. I'm not. Long line liquor or wooden cork at it for $150. Yeah, I still think I'm probably out at $150. $500 or $150 for a 500 mil.
Ouch.
That seems a lot.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I'm into 30-year-old Scotch territory at that point.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I don't know if
I'll just wait till the whole tater thing crashes.
Now you were saying that too on the other stream.
It's at some point. I mean, Scotch crashed in the 80s. Somebody's going to go to gin and tequila and rum, and basically bourbon's going to crash.
In the 80s, I used to buy stuff that was the same quality that I'm getting now, and I'm paying, $30-$40 more than what I used to pay. And I'm like, really? It's obnoxious.
I mean, you're even kind of saying that with like was it Foursquare? Rum?
Yeah, Foursquare, yeah.
Yeah.
If everybody wants to go to rum and tequila, go right ahead.
Go ahead.
The thing we were talking about, like Buffalo Trace and Wild Turkey adding extra stills to double capacity. I said, what happens when everything crashes?
Well, and the other question
we'll have a lot of damn whiskey that we need to drink.
That's what happened to Scotch in the 80s, and I'm like, bring it on.
Cool. I don't know.
You guys go drink your gin and your rum and your tequila, and I'll just...
The thing about it is when I think what's going to happen is when they get down to the pricing of like $300 for a 750 ml of 2-year-old whiskey, people are going to be like, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah.
But there's enough places that are trying to do that now.
Yeah. We got non-age stated shit.
Yeah.
It's getting close to that, but it's like, what are we doing?
But I don't think they really care about the quality of the spirit. They want the value of the picture on the shelf.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They don't care what spirit it is. I love mezcal, but I think that's coming too.
What's that?
I love mezcal, but I think that's coming too.
Could be.
That's going to take off, and
yeah, I don't know. I think it's gonna be interesting.
I just hope everybody goes to the other spirits and then leave whiskey.
I think that we're gonna have a lot of spirits, a lot of bourbon. Like people are like consumers need to like stop losing their damn mind.
Yes.
You don't fuck FOMO. You do not need every bottle that comes onto the shelf.
I literally have bought one. I've gotten 3 bottles in the last year because I got to 200 and I was like, it took me for like 7 or 8 years to get to 100 bottles. I went from 100 to 200 bottles in less than a year.
Yeah.
And then I had so many boxes on my floor. I was like, I got to take a break. And I haven't bought anything I think I've got 3 or 4 bottles in the last year.
Yeah.
It's just time to take a break.
I bought more, but it is what it is.
I get the stuff that I don't normally see, but the early times or the Buffalo Trace, those are my sippers, so those I always grab. Everything else. So my
Buffalo Trace disappeared, and finally we're getting early times here now for the first time.
Yeah.
Well, and Buffalo Trace always disappears.
Yeah, but I mean, we're talking. I'm finally getting early times here.
I've never seen
Bay, and it's $25 a liter. I'm like, okay,
just the regular shit. I have always been able to get Buffalo Trace.
Yeah.
Yeah, it disappears.
What I haven't been able to get is Eagle Rare.
Yeah,
I haven't seen an Eagle Rare bottle in probably, on the shelf, with multiple bottles.
Yeah.
In 3 years.
Wow. I got one bottle in the bunker.
And that was a.
It's unopened because I know I'm not going to find it.
I mean, I'm seeing Buffalo Trace and Baby Saz on the shelf for the first time in a few years now.
I mean,
Baby Saz, I can find it everywhere out here. So when I'm living cheap, that's the stuff I'll break into.
I'll go cheaper. I'll go
Oh,
Rittenhouse.
or the
Yeah.
benchmark. I saw the benchmark bottle and bond the
Yeah.
other day for $16.
It's not bad.
No,
hmm
and the bottle and bond's good.
I had a benchmark single barrel that a buddy brought me back from Kentucky. Man, it was really good.
Yeah, some of those benchmarks can be really good.
I was surprised, but it was. See, that's Sazerac, but it tasted more Bart and cherry than anything.
This guy, he's there. Vato.
What's up, brother?
What's up?
What's going on, Toast?
How you doing?
Cheers, boy.
You causing trouble tonight?
That's the good-looking Toast Malone here.
That's a good looking toast.
Oh shit!
Got some, this is the first time I've ever tried this stuff, man.
Oh,
10?
Tin Cup.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
No.
Which one you got?
It's the
The,
American. No,
I
it's
got
the
the-
bourbon.
That's the 10. It looks like.
yeah,
The bourbon 10.
Yeah, that 10 is good, dude.
That 84 proof? That's actually really good for 84 proof.
dude, this thing is crushable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's like,
They have a 14 that's pretty good.
Yeah, 14 was pretty good too. Yeah.
It's pretty good.
that
I don't think I
10-year-old
would drink that one multiple bottles of it, but I enjoyed having that bottle and drinking
A
it.
friend poured me that, and I
Yeah.
really enjoyed it. That's
I
not
enjoyed it.
That 10-year will get you in trouble, Sean. It goes
Yeah,
down
and-
good, brother.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut myself off here. You know what I mean? Maybe a couple more.
I'll tell you.
The proof on it is so low and it's so freaking.
The
It's,
other one that I really like, it's not Colorado, it's Wyoming whiskey.
Mhm.
That shit. People need to buy that so that they stay in business.
Oh, I want to
But
find
also don't
a couple
talk
of those
about it
ones
because
that
we
like
want
Todd was
them.
raving about. Like, what was it, the 10-year-old or?
Yeah, the 10X or whatever, the
Mhm.
10-year anniversary. Yeah.
Sean, you at the house?
Because I've got a lot of the
I'm
J.
surprised you're
Henry
not
that Nancy's
outside.
blended.
Sean, you at the
You're
house?
outside.
yes, sir. You got to get up early tomorrow. I'm caddying in a tournament.
There you
Right
go.
on, bro. Do your thing, man.
Get paid.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
What it's all about, bro. You're in Washington State, right?
Yes, sir. Tacoma.
There you go.
Yeah. I'm in Shittown, Arizona.
Well,
You in
that's
Mesa?
Yes,
Arizona,
sir.
man?
Mesa, Arizona, man.
Yeah.
triple digits and fucking dust devils and shit, dude.
I had a friend whose grandparents lived out in Mesa.
I don't know. Right above my head, like up there, the clock on the wall that tells the temperature. It's 89 degrees, bro.
Dude,
I'm
holy
dying.
shit.
I'm dying. It's 89 degrees in my house. I'd be dying.
No, you get used to it. A buddy of mine's up in the hills, and he said, "You know what? You
Shit.
tolerate it this long." So Cool.
I set my AC at 65, and I'm like, it's a little warm in here.
yeah, my better house there, she sets it at 58. I go in there, I got to put on a jacket and a knit cap.
Holy
So
shit.
cold in there.
Oh,
Yeah.
gee.
Because she worked the hospital, so she does. That's how she rolls.
You warm blooded son of a bitch.
I go to work. There's air conditioning where I work, and that's the penitentiary.
I love air conditioning, especially when it's humid. Oh,
Same here. Yeah.
Yeah, they want.
There
they
was
want-
a period of time where it was so humid outside that, like, inside my house was still humid, and I was just like, I can't.
How much Gold Bond powder did you use?
Right? That's like from basically late June to early September. Gold Bond.
When you got things
all
stuck to the
crazy.
leg when you're walking around. Yeah.
oh
It's
my
not good.
god! Speaking of Gold Bond powder, okay, have I told this story on this? Okay,
Well,
I haven't heard it
do
yet, so yeah, go ahead.
the first time I ever went to the Caddy Shack, this was 12 years ago now, man. You know, young kid, didn't know what the hell I was doing. I was waiting around for my very first loop, and this OG, he had been there since the course had opened. He was making the turn, and he comes in. It was a hot day, and he had the the coveralls, the white coveralls, the caddy jumpsuits.
Yep.
He's wearing one of those, man, and he comes into the caddy shack and he opens his locker, and me and a bunch of new guys were sitting around, and he pulls out this Gold Bond powder and he goes, "This, boys, this is the best thing you guys will ever purchase down here at the caddy shack, bro." And he fucking crops up this handstand, and fucking gets up in there, dude. He crop dusted the whole goddamn caddy shack. Everybody, like, we were all coughing, like, you know what I mean? Funniest thing I've ever seen.
There's a movie that's out. It was the guy that owned a food truck, and he had that hot girl from Married with Children, the dad.
Yeah.
And they used that Gold Bond to dust their groin so they don't sit there and get a rash. And they're driving down the road, and they even gave it to the kid that was in the movie. And I'm like, what the hell are they doing, man?
Dude, big boys, man. You need
that stuff works magic.
I mean,
it's hell yeah.
Bond.
I can't remember the movie.
I'm sorry, dude, you need that stuff when it's that hot.
Yeah, sure.
Otherwise, you'll be blowing out underwear and all sorts of shit, man.
Yeah, make sure you shower.
You will be freaking rashing like you wouldn't believe.
Oh my god, like a newborn baby.
So when you got stuff stuck to your leg, yeah, it's not good.
Oh.
What you sipping on, Toast?
Some of that 10 cup 10 year.
We're talking about 10 cup.
10 cup.
Smoking another Leva G.
Yeah.
Yeah. I ain't had a cigar in a while, man. I kind of miss them.
That Cameroon these Cameroon rappers, man, straight from Africa. Winnow.
I'm tired of paying the prices for tobacco. Shit ain't freaking cheap, man.
Yeah. There's good places that you can get them for cheap.
Yeah.
They're called the engine reservations.
Well, I got the internet
free.
channel,
There you go.
Cigars Daily.
Cigar Page. They can get those for.
Yeah, you can get them sent to your house. Yeah.
You got to watch out. Some of them come drier than a.
Then a Gold Bond powder.
No, yeah.
Well, I was buying shit from Cigars Daily, who's in Glendale, Arizona.
That's what I was gonna go with,
but he has a YouTube channel too.
Yeah, man, you could kick a field goal in the gap of those teeth. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir. Yeah. And his wife just got a gazillion tattoo.
Nice.
But he's a good fucking dude.
shit, son.
I've actually called the store on something I ordered that was screwed up, done, and he was right there to fix it.
Yeah, he seems like a pretty cool dude.
He's totally fucking cool. I mean, I don't want to f-bomb the show too much there.
God damn it! I'm cut off from the 10 cup 10 year. I'm gonna drink this whole fucking bottle if I'm not.
Yeah, that bottle's fucking good, dude.
Yeah, it's crushable. Yeah, because it's not very high proof. So
no, and like I'll drink half of it and be like, "Oh, this is great," and then the fucking drunk will hit me like a fucking steam train.
No, but it's a good buzz, brother. I've gone through like 7 or 8
way
bottles
too
of that
much
shit.
all at once.
You just slide into bed.
Just
you're
slide,
standing up
just
anyway.
slide into bed. Just slide in.
Sir. Yes, sir. Get up out of the chair, man. We've all had episodes where we can't walk to the bed. You don't want that.
Yes, sir.
No, we just slide in a Ken stream in the morning.
Stumble, I'd fall into bed.
Dude, I jumped in. You were fucking hammered this morning, dude.
You talking about me?
Yes.
No. Actually, I was all right.
Allegedly.
By the time that Ken ended the stream, dude, you're gone.
Fuck yeah, man.
I would have jumped in. I just hadn't showered yet, so I was just kind of hanging out in the background.
Generally, I get on there like 5 o'clock, and then I kind of roll. But I went to the store and I came back, and then I cracked that Buffalo Trace, and I was like, all right, I'll just get on Ken Stream for a little while.
Yeah, you were on a good roll today. It was fun.
Yeah. Well, if I could sit there and communicate like I'm doing right now, I'm okay on the stream. That's when I can't talk.
As long as you're not speaking cursive, we're good.
Speaking cursive, that's awesome.
Yeah, he doesn't want me using the F-bomb.
No,
Hey,
I don't
James.
care. I don't care.
That was a fun stream. Ken had that new camera today, so.
Nice.
Morgan says it's nearly my breakfast time.
John, were you in chat or?
Yeah, I was hanging out in chat this morning.
Lurking.
He had that new camera. He was like hit the Lego block, and
Yeah, that shit was cool, man.
that was pretty fun.
I don't know. I was trying to figure that out, and I was like, "What am I supposed to do?"
I think Tater Dom and Brian were trying to like dominate the camera.
Well, and
I don't know. There was one time like it was like y'all were messing with it. Somebody was messing with it. Multiple people were.
And then apparently
And it
Ken
was,
said
like,
at one point
seizing
you
out,
couldn't.
and I'm like, I can't watch that shit.
And they never found the Lego block either. So
They didn't find it.
no, Kevin.
They said it was
Ken
in plain sight.
Ken had to reveal it.
Brian found
Was
it
it in plain
twice.
sight?
Distilled in Indiana. What's the story behind? Is this?
I gave him shit as I was like, wait a second, hide the Lego block. Is that like hide the salami? Or just
Isn't Tin Cup like part Stranahan's, part MGP?
I think so.
No, it's all MGP juice, John.
There's some part of
it
Stranahan.
says. I don't know if you got.
I know what it is, man. It's distilled in Indiana. It's MGP.
Product for use is some. I mean, it's got to be MGP then.
I would think
it's all MGP. That's all it is.
And it's the
The
bourbon
10
whiskey
is
one.
maybe but like the regular Tin
American
Cup, I think
whiskey?
is like part Stranahan's, part.
Yeah,
MGP.
it just says it's sold in Indiana. That's MVP.
The 10 years where it's at for the price.
What's up, Gandy Road? How you doing?
I mean,
$44.
It was with.
We're not really doing too much, Gandy. We're just hanging out
$54 or something like that.
with poor.
Not bad.
Just the 10-year, man.
Not bad.
You should have got on this morning, John. Oh, come on.
I hadn't showered yet, so I wasn't jumping on anything.
Jesus, good
I
Lord!
woke up. I was drinking my liquid IV and just kind of hanging out. So
Put a shirt on.
You need
I put
to
a shirt
smell
on
good.
for
You
you.
need to smell good to go on live stream.
I didn't shower till after lunch
perfume.
today, so I was just kind of chilling. So if
Yeah,
I had showered, I would have jumped on it. But
My wife's in bed right now, and she likes me getting on here because I hang out with the moonshiners. All you guys are moonshiners.
Cool. Thanks for that.
Wow, thanks, man.
I just laugh at her. She goes, "Go hang out with your moonshiner friends." So I'm like, okay. Because she knows I'm not leaving the house.
Okay.
I'm drinking good beer, drinking some good whiskey.
I've been called worse. I mean, so you know.
yeah,
Sean, you're good because you keep it real. So don't.
That's the way that I was taught, man.
Yeah.
You gotta keep it all the way 100.
there's like so I was in Green Bay grocery shopping and I got a prescription today. I'm coming out of the store and there was
What fuck it's calling a?
the fuck is the echo coming from?
I don't know. Tell us. Is that you?
Yeah, it's not me.
So I come out of the grocery store. I'm walking across the parking lot, and there's a guy who's probably in his mid 60s, and he's wearing the old 90s Oakley blades.
Oh, Jesus.
And he's like, "Old style, I haven't drank one of those in years. Maybe I should have one of those tonight." I'm like,
How old are you?
go right ahead, guy. Come on.
Did he have an affliction shirt on too?
So
No,
you
but
don't
he was
like-
in his mid 60s, so he's the older guy. But
Oh shit.
I haven't seen Oakley blades in freaking years.
It's been a while.
So if I go grab my M frames, are you going to be okay with that?
You can do whatever you want.
Do what you gotta do. I don't care.
because that's what I wear all the time.
There you go.
If you remember the mid-'90s Oakleys, that
Yeah.
I don't think you remember the M prints.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had ones that were more like, freaking frog eyes.
Yeah.
I think I spent like $150 for those, and then I smashed them under my foot of my car once.
I gotta get up and grab a beer. I'll be right back.
Switch to bourbon, Z-Man. You'll still go slower.
We're gonna get trashed tonight.
Hey-oh. Hey, Z-Man.
Frog skins. There you go. That was.
Yeah, I can still hear you. Okay?
I know. I know.
We can get trashed twice in 12 hours. That's awesome.
No, I'm not even kidding. I woke up and my liver just was like.
There's nothing wrong with getting slammered.
No.
No.
Yeah,
not today.
I didn't drink any beer, so I was drinking whiskey all night last night, and then I left your stream. And if I drink a lot of whiskey, I just go to sleep. When I drink a lot of beer, that's when I really get fucking buzzed.
My problem was I ended the night. I was drinking beer, or I was drinking whiskey all night, and then all of a sudden I switched to Chico at the.
So I left you at like 11:30 and just went to bed.
Those are my
not gonna lie, I might have been a little toasted when you left.
You're really dark right now, John.
I can't imagine why.
Guy.
Like, you got the RoboCop fucking.
And Oakleys are not freaking cheap.
No, they were not back in the day.
Oh, they're still not, man. Shit ain't changed.
Well, now you can get Moakleys for like $4.90 on the fucking street. So
there, when I went down to the Tucson swap meets, Oakleys they made in the USA on the inside of the arm.
Yeah, I have something very similar to that, John.
So it would.
These are Wiley X stuff.
I'll put on my hat here.
I have Wiley X ones. They're like ballistics glasses.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I would have got. The only reason I got these is because I'm a NASCAR fan, and Tony Stewart and Kevin Harvick have these. So that's the reason I bought them.
I'm a big fan of Tony Stewart's wife.
Yeah, she's freaking hotter than hell.
Yeah, they're old Pruitt.
Yeah, my drivers were Dale Jr., Tony, and Harvick. So after this year, I have like nobody left.
So let me ask you a question. When Tony Stewart was still hooking up with her, they weren't married yet, and he was testing in a dragster. What did you think of that?
Oh, I watched those videos. They were awesome.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, I mean, he found something else he wanted to do. So
then he's sponsoring her, and who has the funny car for Dodge?
Oh God, why can't I remember his name now?
Is it Hagen? Hagen?
Yeah, Hagen. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. I think deep down, Tony Stewart's a good guy. A lot of people freaking hate him.
I've met Tony in person before. He's great.
And she had a video where
look up Leah Pruitt. Holy shit!
Yeah. Well, she had a video on YouTube she kicked out. It was from Firebird Raceway, and I've taken some stock cars down that drag strip, but she took the dragster down there and let you see her suit up and get in there and just test the car. And there was a lot of behind the scenes footage that you're not normally gonna check out. And I wish I could find that freaking video. It was either on her channel, because Firebird Raceway it's gone.
Yeah, Indy cars used to do a lot of testing down there.
Yes, sir. In NASCAR, or not NASCAR, but NHRA is not what it used to be, because I remember Tucson Dragway being NHRA. And you could actually walk up and they would be running the car right in front of your freaking face. And you see how I did that, Scott Friggin?
What's that? No, I wasn't paying attention.
All right. Anyway,
Sorry.
they would do that stuff, and you could smell that nitromethane, and it was like, oh my god, and it would tear you up. And I think the way they're doing it now is too commercialized, and I don't like it.
NASCAR?
So yeah. Yes. No, not NASCAR. NHRA.
Mm.
And I'm aging myself because that was in the 70s or 80s.
Yep.
Where did Toast go?
Yet. I was not born yet.
Yeah, well, I was born in
We need to
66.
get you a pipeline from Milwaukee to Phoenix with the Miller Lite.
Dude, the shit's fucking 20. I'm sorry, Scott.
I don't care, man. Nobody. I ain't monetized. I'm never gonna be monetized. It's fine.
I'm still gonna watch my mouth, so I'm not so looking.
I don't care.
So yeah. Miller Lite is 30 pack is $20 out here. So
I just remember when it's now American Family Field, which sucks. When they first built Miller Park, when I lived in Milwaukee, this county stadium actually was a great place to go. But they actually built a tunnel underground because Miller Brewery is only like a mile away. So they could bring in the beer from the brewery right down into the stadium.
well, and it was like you or somebody else was talking the other night, but I couldn't really jump in on it. Was in the 80s, I hooked up with a buddy of mine that had a disability, and his dad was retired military, and he worked down in Tucson for Golden Eagle Distributors. And at first it was just cleaning taps, and then it turned into putting promos up. And a 12-pack of Budweiser was $4.99 a 12-pack.
Let's see. I worked from 2000 to 2009, which actually is sacrilegious, but I worked for Budweiser in Milwaukee.
So he told me
For the distributors. So yeah,
he told me the stores were making a nickel for every 12 they sold, but the 12s went to the roof.
Mm-hmm.
And he had lights, and I got stuff, and I have a shop out back.
I have signs and glasses and all
I do
sorts
too.
of shit.
Yeah.
I got stuff in here.
I mean, I worked third shift because I supervised the night shift that loaded the delivery trucks. So we'd finish at like 6 o'clock on a Friday morning. They gave us a credit card. We'd go to a bar and freaking buy Budweiser for everybody that was hanging out at the bar. Because there was a lot of retirees that actually, there were bars in Milwaukee. If you walked in, retirees that had their own name on the stool. So you couldn't take their bar stool. So we'd walk in and buy beer, and we'd hang out till like noon on a Friday just drinking.
So Arizona,
when I was like 18, I was dating. Maybe I shouldn't say this on public because I don't know if she still works there. Fuck them. I was dating somebody who their aunt was like a higher up secretary at Coors Light.
Okay.
And so like she lived in Denver, and we got like a VIP tour. Granted, I'm like 18 at the time.
Did you go to the brewery in Golden?
Yeah. She
Dude, that
there.
place is so freaking enormous.
Yeah, and like we got like the VIP tour. Like it was like we can pretty much we could go wherever the fuck we wanted. And like we had like the master brewer at Coors like come up and talk to us and say, "Hey, how you doing?" And, like, took us around for a little bit. And he's like, "Hey, you know," he points to me and he goes, "Oh, you should try this new stuff that we got." And I'm like, "Oh God, I'm not telling anyone." He's like, "I'm not gonna tell nobody."
I just remember staying at so we were on our way to Denver that trip. And we were coming from Milwaukee, so we stayed overnight in Omaha. And our hotel there was an AB distributor that had like a railroad track next to it. And literally there was a Cracker Barrel across the parking lot. So we stayed there. We went to Cracker Barrel, and then we went to Denver the next morning. But
I think I know what you're talking about.
Hillbilly it up, man.
probably on the west side of Omaha.
Yeah, I think I know exactly where you are.
Yeah. I mean, that was
I
2000.
drove right by that today. In fact,
That's 2003, but yeah.
That Cracker Barrel is still there.
I mean, yeah, we went out there and we spent 10 days in Denver. Went up to Estes Park once.
I like Denver a lot.
My ex was I got my ex-wife into hockey. So we went out just to watch. We used to watch the Avalanche in Chicago.
Okay.
But I got her tickets to go to a game in Denver. And that was the year that Patrick Waugh retired.
Oh, shoot.
So we got to go like seats on the glass, and I got for her. So we hung out for 10 days in Denver, and
we
did tours. We went up to Estes Park, and
yeah, my girlfriend at the time, she got her dad. I don't know where he worked for, but I don't remember at this point. But it doesn't matter. He got like club level seating at the Avs games.
mm-hmm.
Just like that was part of his job or whatever. You know, they could have them whenever they wanted. So we like got tickets. We got the club level tickets. I'll tell you what, there is nothing better than going to a game 15 minutes before it starts and like not having to fuck with anything because they just are like.
And so it used to be called the Pepsi Center, but that was a fun place to go.
Yeah. And then this is the Pepsi Center at that time.
Yeah, so this was 03 for when I was there.
And then we get to like sat down and they like, you know, they had the waiter who came and was like, what would you like for food and shit?
Oh, there's the 200 level at the United Center in Chicago too.
I felt
that's
like such
one
a
of the club levels. That's great.
Yeah. I felt like such.
You have your own bathroom. You don't have to freaking wait.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, hockey's way better in person than it is on TV.
Oh, 100%.
You have no idea the speed on TV compared to in person.
I give Brian a bunch of shit about hockey, but I actually do enjoy it.
It's when they're slamming each other into the glass.
I don't know what's going on half the time.
Yeah,
but
that's it. And a lot of people don't understand that, and they're like, "Yeah, well, hockey's boring." No, it's not. That's not boring.
You know, but it's fun in person. On TV, there's no way I'm watching that shit.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on.
I did to a point.
It's stupid.
I watch the Phoenix Coyotes to a point, but after a while, it starts getting old.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have a cousin. I think they have tickets to the Coyotes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Phoenix Coyotes. Yeah.
I don't want to talk about restaurants, but there are some
still
really
there.
good ones.
I know they were having a problem with their.
No, they're no. They're in Glendale, Arizona. They're still there.
They're gonna figure that out.
No, they're in Tempe. They're in the freaking college arena now.
Yeah, they're figuring it out.
Well, I have to go look that up.
They're in Tempe at ASU now. They're playing.
They got like kicked out of their like arena.
Yeah.
There is nothing in Tempe where there's arena.
Yeah, they're playing at ASU's hockey arena. It's only got 5,000 seats.
That's fun.
Because they can't get a deal for an arena anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I remember that. Like the city, they put it up for a city vote, and the city's like, "Yeah, no."
Yeah, no, we're not paying for it.
We're not paying for that.
Oh, because these idiots want to use our tax dollars to pay for frickin' everything. That's
how stadiums work. Though.
That's how stadiums work. Like, I mean,
I'm really hoping that the A's fall flat on their face in Vegas.
Oh shit!
For dumping Oakland.
But
I really hope they fall flat on their face in Vegas. Yeah. Because they pulled the major league thing trying to get out of Oakland.
They probably shouldn't have.
Yeah, they tried to fuck Oakland big time. So
they fuck around and found out, and they found out.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, it's like discussing politics. It's just
I mean, it's the major league movie script, basically.
Yeah, you just
but like, I mean, few years ago, they wanted to build a arena here for the university basketball team, which our university basketball team, John, you probably know, Nebraska's terrible. I don't think we've won a game in.
No, you're football and volleyball. You're not
Yeah,
basketball.
football. Our basketball. It's like we have a basketball team.
I remember you
Yeah.
having basketball when you joined the Big Ten, but I'm like, you're football and volleyball, basically.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, your volleyball team is really good.
Oh, our volleyball team is
I mean, yeah,
exceptional.
Wisconsin's really good too, but yeah.
Between Wisconsin,
You got the girl
and
from
Nebraska,
Oklahoma now too.
Yeah.
and the softball player too.
There's nothing wrong with there's nothing wrong with a women volleyball team.
Our baseball team is good if we could only convince the Big Ten to actually care about baseball.
Well, that's the thing. Wisconsin dropped baseball like 30 years ago, and they had one of the really good baseball teams too.
Yeah, like I don't know, when you have like half the league saying we should do a summer league, it's like, and play when nobody else is playing. Like, who the hell are we gonna play against? Like, it's so stupid. Like,
nobody.
I mean, I get it. Like, most of the Big Ten teams have to go out to like California and play their games in California for.
Oh, they got to play a lot of them in Florida in the winter.
Florida, California, Texas. I mean, Nebraska goes to tournaments the first month of the season. I mean,
and most of the teams play in Florida the first month of the year.
Yeah, because it's
even the smaller schools up here.
Yeah, it's freaking cold.
Yeah, it's still freaking snowing up here.
Even in Nebraska, which is technically the warmest state in the Big Ten, which cracks me up every time people tell me that, because I'm like, it's cold as shit here. Like, in late March, it's still cold.
It's fucking cold here in late March.
It's still, 32 to 40. I'm not gonna sit out in a baseball game at 40 degrees. Thank you very much. With a wind chill, like.
Yeah.
I've had season tickets for years, and I rarely ever go to the first month of games.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'll go to some of the April games. They'll start to warm up for us. And
I mean, we've got a lot of minor league teams here, but April, May, I'm usually not going.
Yeah.
It's usually June, July when I start going.
Yeah.
And that's when it's, $2 beer night.
Yeah.
Because local here in Appleton, we've got the Brewers Class A team. So you get $2 beer night and a bunch of people show up.
$2 beers.
Cheap and easy.
$2 Miller? Yep, I'm there all day.
Yes, sir.
You bet.
Then they have the gun that instead of shooting T-shirts, they shoot foil wrap brats, and they call it the Bratzuka.
Oh, shit.
And I've seen actually brats break in half in the midair.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
We have at the football games and some of the other sports, we have the Derviner Slinger, and it's basically
what's that?
It's a gun. It's a hot dog gun that just shoots. This guy, he got a gun that's in the shape of a hot dog, and he shoots it up. The air gun and shit. And those are fun.
Yeah.
Gandy Road says, U of L is my college team I cheer for. They've been a good in baseball and volleyball, but basketball teams.
Which U of L?
I'm gonna go with Louisville.
I was thinking of it. Usually the basketball team's pretty good.
Yeah, Louisville. I'm going with Louisville. Gandy Road. Correct me if I'm wrong.
You pronounce it correctly too.
Louisville. Been on enough whiskeytube streams where I've been absolutely destroyed.
Yeah.
Not Louisville.
That's Louisville. Yep, Louisville.
That's okay. The head baseball or the head volleyball coach is a former player from Nebraska.
Nice.
Surprise. We've been good for that long that now former players are now like Division I head coaches and like with really good teams.
Since I didn't go to Forest in the Park, I'm hoping to get down there in October now. So.
Oh, down to Kentucky? Yeah, that'd
Yep,
be fun.
to the Bourbon on the Banks.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
So, hoping to negotiate a few days off that I can get down.
My problem is I'm not close enough to Kentucky to like. I'm too far away to drive, and not like I'm. Like,
yeah, I mean, Forest in the Park was 8 hours for me, and Frankfurt is 9.5, so it's not really that much.
Yeah. And I think for me to go to Louisville is 12, 13 hours drive.
One of my friends from up here is down in Louisville right now, and he went to a couple places this weekend where they had omelets with like fresh bacon for like $9 plus a tip.
Oh man.
Ooh, shit.
In Louisville, like the last couple of days for breakfast, and I'm like, dude,
Sold.
yeah, I will.
Yeah.
Yeah, my friend that I do picks with, he was down in Bardstown, and apparently there's like the breakfast place that's got the greatest like biscuits and gravy.
Yeah.
Big fan of
Bardstown,
biscuits
I'm like,
and
I
gravy.
need to get down there.
Yep. Big fan of the biscuits and gravy. For
Oh,
sure.
I love biscuits and gravy. Yeah.
The bacon goes on everything. So
No. Biscuits and gravy will go with pretty much anything.
yes, sir. I agree.
Yeah, Gandy, I was talking to Mark Amenecker. It's all general admission right now. But for $65, that's a pretty good deal for a ticket.
Yeah, that's not too bad. I mean, you really don't. I don't think, from what I've heard, you really don't need VIP.
But I'm more worried. I'm thinking about the bottle share. I mean, getting to meet Whiskey Wars, Chris, Lil,
Yeah.
Cheech is going to be there.
Darrell.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's pretty much going to be a great time. As long as I have someplace to crash at.
I think Darrell said that they're getting like an Airbnb.
I
So
think Chris and Lil are doing that too, and then they're doing the Saturday football game in Lexington.
is anyone doing a live from Porters in the Park? Well, Mike tried to.
Might try,
go
but
live,
everybody was
but that was a
freaking hammered.
clusterfuck.
Well, they were already drunk, so.
Yeah, they're all 100% short. Like, so that's kind of why I didn't go. So I'm going.
Only person I didn't see was Vic on stream. So it was Mike, it was Adam, it was
He came on.
Ben.
He came
Adriano
on
was on there.
Jim's for a little bit, like in chat.
Yeah,
I saw that.
I thought Jim was going on tomorrow.
I don't know. Maybe he is.
I know Adam's.
You have
No,
Anthony going.
Anthony's taking Livewire's spot,
All right.
Yeah. And it's Bourbon Night. I'll still go because they're not.
which is
Park.
great because I normally can't stay up late enough on Sunday to hang with him.
Yeah.
So I can spend time earlier with him tomorrow.
I try to hang with Anthony. He gives me a lot of love. So
Central Time, it's him starting at 11 is really difficult for me.
It's a little late. Yeah.
Yeah, when I got to get up at 5:30 on a Monday, it's.
Do you have to get up at 5:30 on Monday?
Usually, yeah.
Fuck, I don't get up that early. Thank God.
I mean, luckily with the new job, maybe 7 o'clock. So
So they
it's gonna
gave you the
change a
job.
little bit. So being in an office instead of a manufacturing plant,
There you go.
it's going to change a little bit. So yeah.
Did they give you
less
the
on
job?
your.
Yeah, I got the job. So
Good for you. Man.
Good for you, brother.
thanks,
What's up, Commandante Lou?
Lou. What's up, man?
Brian.
Which is one of
Y'all
yeah,
never
my
feel me.
new job is
1 a.m. still on.
one of the larger hospitals here. So one of the better employers to be with.
Did I tell you the wife is retiring?
Yep.
Oh, good for you. Good for her.
I'm going to the hospital that my girlfriend's been a medical coder for like 20 years. So.
Well, she's
What are you
1
drinking,
year.
Lou?
She's been in the hospital as an RN for 31 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been doing state prison for
Thanks,
32 years, right? And I'm like 4 years younger than her.
Yeah.
I have to hang out for like 2 more years. But anyway, he told that to me, and I was like, I was not expecting that shit. Because I walked in the boss's office and I told her that I'm retiring. I'm like, really? And she goes, I'll eat cat food if I have to survive. And she's so freaking tired of it. I'm like, okay, girl. And then I told her, I said, because I'm supposed to have a back surgery the end of October. And I told her, I said, I can't do it because I got medical insurance bills that I slapped me. And so she asked me, she goes, well, what are you going to do? And I said, well, I'm going to wait till the end of the year. So, and she texted me back, well, you got to do what you got to do. I'm like, okay. So,
is eating cat food a euphemism for something else?
no, it's just,
I know.
If I have to when I'm broke, yeah.
We were talking about this
well,
on Jim's stream earlier. Just
Yeah.
I can tell you the reality of it is she had great internet. It's gone. She had great cable. It's gone. Yeah, she just killed a lot of shit.
Are you talking like a full English, or what are we talking about?
I love that English breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, if you're paying like DirecTV, you're paying $200 a month. She deleted all of it.
There's an Irish place over here that's got the Irish Rashers bacon.
Okay.
Oh, dude, the whole.
Yeah. We get a lot of because of the university, we get a lot of expats and stuff from and or visiting professors, and so we have an eclectic group of food, and there's a British restaurant here in town that does the full English breakfast. And
yeah, if I go down
first
to
time I
Madison,
had it, I was like, what is this? There's a lot going on here.
I go down to Madison, there's a lot of ethnic restaurants.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of the stuff you can have.
America, we have breakfast all day. Waffles. Waffles. That sounds good. Now, you got me thinking.
There's a place in Madison, freaking, I had pulled pork and grits for breakfast.
You got me tking about food. I might have to go see a man about a horse and then get some.
Yeah.
I need a bio break. I'll be right back.
All right, man, you have going.
I'm going to let somebody else go first before I go, and then we'll all disappear. I'm drinking beer, which you rent the beer, but you keep the stupid. So I got to hit the head every once in a while here. So
we all do, brother.
Breakfast for dinner is great. Yeah, breakfast for dinner is great. The only thing available right now to DoorDash is breakfast food, diner food. So I'd probably get pizza if I wanted, but
there is nothing better than toast or hash browns run through a runny egg.
Oh.
With some salt and some black pepper on it.
Well, maybe even a poached egg.
Yeah, when you're running it through the runny egg with the toast and the hash browns.
Yeah.
Yep. Either that or, I like pancakes, but I'm more a French toast.
Yeah, it depends on. I've got to be in the mood for pancakes.
Lou, that's awesome.
Oh shit, Jesus, I'm not. I'm gonna let that one stew in the chat.
That's great.
We'll be clicking on that.
I know somebody was talking about fish for breakfast.
Freedom toast. Freedom toast. Oh boy. No, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Okay, Z-Man's back. I'm heading to bed.
All right.
I thought you were going to do a bio break, man. Go do
it. He was. He didn't want to leave me alone, which is cool.
All right. Get any new bottles?
Not exciting things. I did get something for Darrell. He did a pick. copper and cask pick that I popped a while ago, but a couple weeks ago. No, maybe a week ago.
You like it?
Yeah, it's really good. Trying to hide it so I don't drink it all.
Yeah, that's the problem we all have. You
Yeah.
see it, you want to
I
drink
like Gandy Road. I'm a gravy guy. I put it on everything. It needs to be thick enough to cock a bathtub.
it. Yes, sir.
Facts. Call it SOS in the military. Now,
John is back.
Oh,
that, I mean,
give me biscuits and gravy, man. That's
yeah.
Yeah.
Now, there is a difference between SOS and biscuits and gravy, and I will
yes, there is a
100%.
big. But I mean, I'll eat either one of them.
Either one, but, you know, if we're talking real, you got to do the chip beef.
Yeah.
Yeah.
SOS. I'll do ground beef. It's fine. But
I mean, biscuits and gravy. I need my freaking Lipitor after that.
Yeah, it needs to be sausage gravy for biscuits and gravy for me.
I've done a lot of sliced brisket. And
Yeah.
it'll clog the heart. It will.
Man. Well, luckily I don't have that issue yet.
Hey, I live in
Probably
Wisconsin. It's bratwurst and cheese. We clog the arteries daily.
Yeah. I've already had the issue, and the wife
Jesus,
looked at me
can you
and she's
imagine
like,
a bathroom at fucking anywhere
What's that?
in Wisconsin? I'm just with bratwurst and cheese. I'm just imagining a bathroom like any restaurant in Wisconsin. Like, that's a lot.
I went on a brewery tour, southern Wisconsin, and then the same town. There's the only town in the United States that makes Limburger cheese.
Okay.
So this was the famous place. I'm like, as long as I was there, I'm like, I gotta try it. So it was. I drank a shitload of beer on the brewery tour, and then it was Limburger and Braunschweiger and onion on rye bread. We stopped at a bathroom on the way out of town. I had to leave a 20 on the counter.
I'm sorry for this.
I'm like, I'm sorry, but yeah, just here's $20.
This is
I'm
my
like,
cleanup fee. I apologize.
I'm like,
for
I
what just
freaking
happened.
destroyed that place.
time to blow it up. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that, man.
Lou wants to know if you've ever been to Phelps' Dairy.
Where the hell is that?
Where the fuck is that?
Yeah, I never heard of it.
I'm guessing it's in Wisconsin somewhere.
I think it's in Wisconsin, but I have no idea where.
I mean, have you been to Dairy in Wisconsin? That's a very long
Plover,
list of things.
Is that what it says in the chat?
What is it? Plover?
So Plover is where Great Northern Distillery is,
Okay.
and then there's Oso's Brewing, which makes really good beer, by the way.
Yeah.
So that's near Stevens Point, so central Wisconsin.
There you go. We've got a good dairy store, like ice cream dairy store. They make cheese around like Christmas and stuff, like cheese and sausage platters and whatever around Christmas.
Yeah.
But at the university,
Yeah, Madison's got a really good dairy school, and then if you go to the
same thing. Then
the arena for basketball or hockey, and they're serving their ice cream there too.
yeah, they serve that at the Husker games. It's the
Yeah, Lou Oso Brewing, man, they are really good.
Yeah.
But I don't know where I was going with that. Oh, yeah.
No,
If you can
But
get,
if
like,
you got a
fresh
university
made
with a
dairy-
good dairy school, you're gonna find some really
Yeah.
good stuff.
Yeah, it's more. It's not so much dairy school. It's more of like a food science
Okay.
program. Yeah,
Well,
And,
if you're Nebraska, are you more beef though than?
we are more beef. So like, well,
Yeah.
that was. They also invented the way. I'm not proud of this, but it happens. at Nebraska, they invented the McRib.
I know. Yeah, I know they invented that
They
there.
invented the McRib by Professor Mandingo. It's the funniest story.
I remember watching Mandingo, but that's a different website. So
I mean, just imagine like just imagine like
The Z-Man
12-year-old
got
me.
that.
Yeah.
I let it go.
So how'd it go?
12-year-old. Just imagine 12-year-old me in the on a field trip, and they're talking about Professor Mandingo, or inventing the fucking McRib, and I'm like,
I'm sorry, but I hear Mandingo. I'm going different places. So.
Yeah.
we all were.
Best stuff on the planet.
Well, the thing is, okay, my ex-wife, her grandma, my ex-wife's
Professor Genius.
my ex-wife's brother was a manager of a McDonald's in the Milwaukee area, and yeah, the grandma wanted she got bags of the frozen McRib patties,
Oh yeah,
but
for
she
sure.
loved them, and I'm like,
Yeah.
That's
You
the
know-
thing. Like that was, at least until I was out of school, that was a option. Like a full school lunch option was they called them riblet patties,
yes,
but they were McRibs. Like they were
Yeah.
legit McRibs. They had the same buns, same pickles and onions,
Yeah.
all that shit.
I mean, I'm not much of the McRibs, but growing up when I did, I'm still my guilty pleasure is a Big Mac. Yet
Yeah.
the mac sauce, the onions, and the pickles for some reason just.
What was the other thing? They also invented the Cheeto. Like the mechanism that makes that Cheeto.
I just remember watching the series, The Food That Built America on the History Channel.
Yeah.
And they were talking about that, and the government was trying to get rid of the processed cheese powder after World War II, and they had nothing to do with it. So they called the guy that had Fritos, and it's here, can you do something with all this cheese? And somehow they made a Cheeto out of it.
Same method that makes Funyuns and cheese puffs.
Funyuns, I freaking love it.
I had some
I could
Funyuns
crush some
tonight. It
Funyuns,
was
I'm not gonna
onion flavored. Nah.
Just
It's like
the
imitation
standard
crab legs,
Funyuns,
all the
man.
best fishes together in harmony.
Yeah.
McRib, all the best animals together in harmony.
Sorry, imitation crab, I can't do.
I can't do. Yeah.
It's got to be a real crab.
I mean, it's not great, but Red Lobster crab was not bad.
No, but that's a real crab, though.
Yeah, for sure. It's legs. Yeah,
I mean, you get the king crab, it's Red Lobster, it's really good.
it's really good. Yeah. I went with just the regular.
Yeah, I can't do. I'm if I want imitation crab, I'm why don't you just eat the fish to start with?
Yeah.
No, I want some deadliest catch crab.
Yep. King crabs. You want real deals.
Those are so freaking huge.
I heard somewhere though that
they go to Japan or someplace.
I think it's Alaska, isn't it? Off the coast of Alaska.
Alaska's the king crab. You got deadliest catch, and
Bering Strait, so off of Russia.
and it's funny, the bigger the king crab legs are actually sweeter than the snow crab legs.
Oh, they're so freaking huge. It's wow.
But they're sweeter than the smaller snow crabs.
Sounding apparently.
Yeah.
We're being too bougie. Sorry.
Hey, Dan.
What's up, Dan? How you doing? You up late?
Yeah, I freaking love king crab. It's just so sweet.
I think it's still pinned. Is it still pinned to chat? I fucked up earlier, so.
I don't know.
Yeah, if you want to hang out, Dan, for a little bit.
Yeah, come on, Dan. Hang out for a bit.
I'm not going to keep you up too late. Just 4 a.m.
It's fine. I don't think we're boring anybody because you still got people watching it.
I got to go to IB tomorrow to get my charcuterie for Donald Street Monday night.
I still haven't gone. We drove by it. It's fucking huge, but
yeah, we got one in Green Bay right down the road from Lambeau now.
We have the largest Hy-Vee in the country.
But
actually, we have the largest grocery in the country.
That's the only place I can get the stuff from La Quercia in Iowa. The really good charcuterie place.
There you go.
So they're doing the charcuterie and whiskey Monday night on Crusaders.
There you go.
There you go.
So I cannot wait for that.
No, I really want to. I drove by it tonight, but we didn't have time to stop. But I want to go in. It's 150,000 square foot Hy-Vee.
Yeah, they took over one of the mall anchored stores here in Green Bay.
Huge.
So, which finally they have a very big liquor store that I can get quintessential here. So
There you go.
$65 a bottle.
Oh shit.
So I don't have to drive 2.5 hours to Madison to Total Wine to get mine.
Yeah, I get
40 minutes from home, I'm good.
There
on
you
here.
go.
It's like $49.99.
Yeah.
If that. Still drinking on the old Miller Lights there, Z-Man, or whatever you were drinking? Miller Light.
This
I
may
need to
sound
see.
funny, but I've taken quintessential to a bar here, and like people in their 60s and 70s that are Scotch drinkers,
Scotch drinkers
and they
don't think
can't believe that it's not Scotch.
Yeah. I accidentally gave it to somebody that I didn't realize didn't like peat.
It's $20 a 30 pack, Scott.
I didn't think it was.
Yeah,
that
I
peaty.
mean,
I didn't think it was that
quintessential is
peaty.
such a good bottle.
Yeah, for sure.
I got BT in the glass.
No, I'm sorry, Lou, but Madison was one of the greatest cities ever.
What the hell?
I
Madison's
love
weird.
Madison.
Madison's weird.
BT in the glass.
I can keep it. One of the weirdest experiences for a football game I ever did was in Madison, and I thought I was going to get shot leaving the game. Like, because it was one of the rare times that Nebraska beat
Yeah.
Wisconsin in Madison, and
There is so much stuff to do in Madison. You're talking about like the different ethnic, like the foods in different neighborhoods and
for
stuff.
sure.
It's
I was just like,
I love I've lived there before. I love that town.
like I legitimately found a UW hat on the ground and picked it up and put it on just so I didn't think I was gonna get shot. Like, I was like, fuck, I don't care.
There's one of my buddies that lives here close by, and he's a New York Giants fan.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Giants are getting their asses kicked. So he took his Eli jersey off, and he had a Clay Matthews jersey on.
Yeah. Shit.
And it was funny because I went to, this is 2-3 years ago. Packers were, divisional round? Packers were playing the Seahawks. So it was January playoffs, night game. We're in a bar. I took a picture of this guy because he was wearing a Bubba Franks jersey, Packers jersey.
That's old
And he
school,
had the
right?
silver of the Seahawks jersey underneath. I'm like, dude, what team are you fucking cheering for? I'm like, you
Whichever one
trying
wins,
to?
right?
Yeah, I'm like, whatever.
Whatever, dude.
Yeah.
I remember
But freaking January night games at Lambeau, it takes 3 days to thaw out.
I was at
It is so fucking cold.
I was at like downtown Disney in Disneyland, in Anaheim area. And there was a Packer game. So I was like, let's go to the ESPN zone, watch the Packer game. It'll be fun. I was like, I don't remember who they're playing. So I let's just go. Problem one was I didn't remember who they were playing. They were playing the fucking 49ers in California.
On a
And I'm the
playoff
only
game or
one
no?
with a Packer jersey on in this bar.
And you got your ass kicked, right?
I did not, but I'm pretty sure there was some spittle in my burger. Somebody spit in my burger.
Well, see, I have friends that are from the Bay Area, and I didn't realize how much the 49ers and the Raiders hated each other.
Yeah.
Those two fan bases, I mean,
Yeah.
Wow.
Oakland's got nobody. It's just,
I don't know. Commandante
Tucson's
hates
got-
the dirty hippies, apparently.
Tucson's got the same shit, John, with ASU. They're below the stadium. There's front houses, and I was a paper boy back in the '80s, where I would just pull up to there and I would drop off, freaking 40 papers or whatever. But when the game went on, I think the bar across the street from that frat house what's called a dirty bingo. They would just sit there if ASU won and they beat the University of Arizona Wildcats. And JG is a graduate of UA.
Yeah.
God bless his soul. They would freaking flip cars over, light them on fire, and I just I could not stay in that area. It was so freaking off the charts, man. I'm like, really? Well, they lost. All right, don't do that.
I gotta go see a man about a horse. Be right back.
Oh, it floored me.
That's what we get for drinking beer. So.
Yeah, well, drinking beer and sipping whiskey.
You drink the beer, you get to rent the beer, but you keep the stupid. So,
well, I got
to keep hitting the head at some point. So,
where did Scott go?
He went to hit the head.
Nothing. Good, brother.
Cheers. Just beer tonight. So, freaking 4 empty cans of IPA sit on the desk here. So,
yeah, I mix it up. I meter it. Otherwise, I'm like dumb shit. And, the rest is history.
mm-hmm.
What time is it out there?
It's 12:36 a.m. right now.
So you're 2 hours. I'm 10:30.
Yeah, you're 2 hours. Yeah, you're 2 hours behind me.
Yeah. If you look at the clock behind me, that's up here.
So I can get up and have my liquid IV and watch Ken in the morning.
Ken gets me in so much freaking trouble.
Dude, you were torched this morning. Holy.
Yeah, you say that. I'm thinking I wasn't, but.
Well, you'd see. I don't remember how many beers you drank, but then you cracked that Buffalo Trace and you said it was hot garbage. And you were probably a quarter way through that one by noon my time. I was like, holy fuck, guy. Hey, you only live once, so.
Yes, sir.
Enjoy it while you can.
I had I probably shouldn't say this, but I had a heart surgery.
I remember you mentioned that. So.
And it was
my dad's had a quintuple bypass before. He's 80.
Well,
he's 82 now, but.
Well, I'm 57, and it was a 4-way. And part of the recovery on that shit is they start to fucking tell you your own mortality.
Yeah.
So once you start to realize that shit, my wife was pissed off because I was at a cath lab where they stick the tube up your thigh and to see how you're clogged. And when they woke me up in recovery, I had a surgeon and a cardiologist, and I probably shouldn't be saying this on YouTube, but I don't really give a shit. But I asked them, I said, so what happens if I don't do the surgery? And the heart surgeon looks at me and he goes, will you die?
Yeah.
I said, all right, we'll do it. So they stuck me in ICU and they put an intubating tube in there, your mouth. So I was in a coma for 2 days. I was only
how old are you now?
57.
That's how old my dad was when he had he wasn't feeling well. My brother took him into the hospital one day. He went through a test. They literally wheeled my dad into surgery and did a quintuple bypass.
You know what? I had a full blown heart attack.
Yeah.
And
my dad's had 3 now, and he's still alive.
And the wife tells me, because she's been a nurse for 31 years, she goes, you know what? Those are your how do I say it? Your war injuries, you know?
Yeah.
And she goes, you should be proud of what you've gotten done and survived. And I'm like, no, I'm not proud of what that shit. I'm ashamed because I put myself in that position. But in retrospect, I think about it. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I already screwed it all up, so it doesn't matter anyway. So when they stick you in rehab, they talk to you about how it screws you out mentally.
Mhm.
And I remember getting out of the hospital after 4 days, and the doctor's like, "I don't want to let you lose. I don't want you to lose." And I'm like, "You know what? Get me out of the fucking hospital."
Mhm.
So he lets me out, and I was sitting out there on a bench, and the wife came up there to pick me up. And it's kind of funny because when I went back to work, it was weapons qualification day. So they wanted me to stick a shotgun up my chest. And my boss is like, he's not doing that shit. He can shoot a pistol, he can do his thing, but he's not doing none of that shit. But like I told you, in hindsight, your own mortality, a lot of people don't think about it for a second. Sorry, Scott, I came back.
That's all good.
You start to realize, you know what, man, I'm not gonna fucking live forever. So
Mhm.
I kind of set myself up where it's like, you know what, your barbecue is killing you. You drink, you do this, you do that, and you just kind of just realize, you know what, screw it, just fucking do your thing, man. Do your thing. Any other questions?
God damn it.
I can't say one thing to you that will it kind of like it surrounds the love of my life, and I'm sure Scott, you can appreciate this. You know, my girl. I'm not
Is
mad.
StreamYard lagging for anybody else?
Just a
Nah,
little bit.
Okay,
you're
there we
good,
go.
brother.
Now we're back.
Okay.
That's weird.
I've
Sorry.
been with my girl for 23 years, and she lives 4 doors down the street. So she was in the hospital when I was in ICU, and they were trying to break me out of the coma that they induced. And they do the intubation tube, you know, in your mouth, down in your lung. And when they were pulling it out, the nurse that was in the ICU was yanking it out of me wrong. And I could hear my girl telling her, "Don't do that. Don't do it like that. You're going to choke him out, choke him out." And eventually they got it out of my mouth. And I told my girl, I'm like, you know, when I was sitting there for 2 days, you ever, you know, you hear people talk about seeing the white light. I saw the white light, which was basically, are you going to die or not die? And you can tell I've had too much to drink. But I can speak the truth and kind of roll on it a little bit. But you start to realize, you know what, you're not going to fucking live forever. And a lot of people are like, yeah, well, I do this. And I think the other issue is that between that and then working in prison for 31 years, you know, I don't really care about a lot.
Yeah.
Cause there's not a lot of good dudes that are going to sit there. And I'm sorry, Scott, if any of this is not wrong, right?
You're
But
good.
people need to realize, you know what, your friends are your friends. I think the whiskey community is freaking awesome.
Yeah.
There's just certain people out here that I just kind of don't do shit with, but you know, fucking rock on now. So I'm done, Scott. Boy, that was a freaking rant, wasn't it?
It is what it is. Oh, John.
Yes.
I don't know. Pouring samples for Vic because he'll
Oh,
give
okay.
me a bunch of shit for. I just dumped about a good solid quarter ounce of 4-gate on my fucking keyboard, but
Yeah.
Oops.
I get tired of some of the shit that the drama that's on YouTube.
it's every place has drama.
Freaking shut it off.
Yeah. Everybody has drama.
Well, it's drink a beer, have a whiskey pour, and just shut the
Yep.
Yeah. And I got in trouble with the whiskeytube channel when I was on Ken's stream where I was doing that, and
know who you are.
I had to watch my P's and Q's, man. I just like, you know what? Yeah, just let it go.
Yeah.
I don't think
But
Ken gets offended by much. So
No, it wasn't Ken.
I don't think so.
It was a channel.
Probably just fine.
But Scott, thanks for doing the stream. Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, of course, man.
Did you break it into that box that was hand delivered?
Yeah, the beam.
That? I just want to make sure it showed up.
Yeah, it showed up. Sorry, I think I said something to you yesterday, but you might have not been.
It's hard to hand deliver shit that's not effed up, you know.
Yeah, I agree. This label I fucked up this label, but.
Don, you all right, man? I went in a rant there for a minute.
Oh, I'm good. I'm getting a little sleepy, but
A little tired. I think I'm getting a little tired too.
I'm getting a little sleepy here. So.
Well, when we do a bio break, I'll be right back.
All right, you do that.
Yeah, I am looking forward to a really good night of sleep tonight. So.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna maybe shut her down here in about, I don't know, 15 minutes or so.
Yeah, 1 o'clock would be good.
1 o'clock. That's been enough. I know I'm gonna. Tater Dom found the red brick on Ken's stream, apparently.
Nice. Yeah, I had a few beers to relax, but after watching that accident that didn't happen, I'm just like looking forward to just chilling out and sleeping.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's what most of us go live late for, you know, because somebody wants, you know, there's always going to be somebody who wants to just have a pour and talk, and doesn't have to be serious as fuck, or you can be serious as shit. So just be yourselves, right?
Yep. That's
the thing that I like. Most people can be like just real here. I
was talking to somebody the other night. It's like, you know, it's gotten to the point where I don't watch any reviews anymore. It's more, I just want the live hang.
Damn you, Tater Dom. I don't have tiny tacos. I can't get them. Sorry.
No.
They were out.
Yeah, I don't have a Jack in the Box here either. So.
They have them at Hy-Vee here, but
okay. I've got Quick Trip and Culver's though. So.
I had Culver's the other day.
Culver's, man, it is the best.
Fucking, gotta love the cheese curds.
The people that do not have Culver's butter burgers, I'm sorry, you're missing out.
Yeah, I don't always go for the butter burger, but they're pretty good.
Their pork tenderloin sandwich is pretty good.
I go for the tenderloin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the only places that has the crinkle cut fries too.
Yep.
And a chocolate malt.
Little peanut butter monster trail mix. That's what I'm jumping on tonight.
Yeah.
I don't know, but my hand smells like fucking amberana, but
Ooh.
smells good, but kind of smells weird with the peanut butter and then peanuts and raisins. So, who's going live tomorrow? We got Anthony late-ish, early but late.
Yeah, he was doing the normal live wire.
Live wire, that's right. Early for Anthony.
Yeah, but it's great because I finally get to hang out with him at a decent hour.
Yeah.
He doesn't always do the pup streams though.
No, I bet he opens it up.
Yeah.
Hey, look at that.
I mean, he's one of the nice. Hey, Mark.
What's up,
I mean,
guys?
Anthony is one of the nicest people out there too.
Here's Mark. He didn't do. Anthony did the pub stream. I think like 2 weeks ago, and he put it in chat.
Yep.
Because he just, you just want to manage that so much. So that was okay.
We did one last week too.
How you doing,
Yeah.
Mark?
On.
I'm doing good, man. It's the first Saturday of the month, and so I did my veterans live stream a little bit ago.
I saw the link to that. Yeah.
Then when I was done with that, I did a review of a local distillery that has a single malt that they put out a couple months ago. It's a new offering from them, so I did a review of it. And so when I got done with that review, I saw that you were still on, Scott, and so I saw you're in good company. You got John and Z-Man in the house, and so I was like, all right, so I'll close out drinking with you, fine gentlemen.
It's so cool to see so many small distilleries doing single malt stuff.
Yeah, dude, the single malt wave is definitely going across America, man.
It's about time too.
Yeah.
Mark, I don't know about you, but my StreamYard has been weird all night.
Oh, dude, the last couple of days, StreamYard will randomly mute my microphone or do random dumb shit. I don't know what is going on.
Yeah, I had that on.
I'm just super laggy. So I'm seeing myself 3 seconds ago, and I'm like, move.
Yeah, you're right. It's been super laggy too. Yeah. And comments won't show up on the StreamYard comments. That'll show up on YouTube and all kinds of craziness. I don't know if I think StreamYard is due for an update.
Well, it's due for.
I'm not a software intelligist or anything, but I think they're due for an update.
None of us are. But
that's not my lane. That's not my lane.
No.
But it feels like it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was on Whiskey Wars last night, and it was freaking all over the place. And I'm like, really?
Yeah. Crazy. What are you guys drinking on?
I'm just doing an IPA. Just chilling out.
Are you doing a local IPA?
This is one out of Chicago.
Oh, you got Buffalo Tracy, man?
Yes, sir.
Is that a pick or is that a regular one?
That's a regular one, brother.
Right on.
This is Revolution Brewing out of Chicago.
Z-Man, you're double fisting with the Miller Lite and that Buffalo Trace?
No, well, the Miller Lite is the palate cleanser.
To me, it's
yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
It's basically water.
Hey, and I got water.
That's just hydration.
Yeah, John.
That's
John, I had a buddy that came over earlier this evening. That had a couple different local IPAs in his cooler, and he's like, "You want to have a couple beers?" And I'm like, "I twist my arm, bro."
Okay.
So I tried two different IPAs. They were from local stuff here in the Northwest.
Okay.
They were pretty good.
There you go.
Yeah, this is one I really enjoy. It's out of Chicago. I'm in Green Bay, so
Right.
This is Chicago. And apparently they use these IPA barrels. They age a Malort in there now, too.
What?
Wow.
That's cool.
So if you go to the brewery in Chicago, you can get Malort aged in an IPA can.
Nope.
Yeah.
It's funny that his head is.
And I'm like,
he's a hop head.
Good.
I'm like, I'm not doing that.
Nothing
I like
wrong with
that
a good
hop head.
idea.
That's pretty clever.
I'm like, Malort aged in IPA. I'm like, no.
It doesn't sound great.
No.
What's going on, man?
How's it going?
What up?
How you doing?
Your mic is a little low. I don't know if I can see if I can. Yeah, I don't know if I can actually hear you.
Yeah, Whiskey Days, if you can go to options and up your mic volume.
Let me see what I can do here.
Or not options, it's settings in
Oh,
StreamYard.
well, he needs to talk because he sounds fine.
Let me try it here.
He sounds fine. Talk.
Okay, can you hear me good?
Yes,
Yeah, it's a
sir.
little bit better.
Yep, here it's
Okay.
fine.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Usually everybody hears me good. I'm just
Yeah.
having a
you get enough people in here, you can't talk over anybody.
Oh, you got a private select from the liquor depot?
Yep.
Yeah, it's a shitty.
Right on.
Did it say the recipe on it or whatever? The
state profile?
Yeah, so show the bottle again. I'll see what it is.
14410. Okay.
1441. Okay. That'd be a good one.
Yeah, it was given to me. So
nice.
It's one of those liquor stores that's got.
The best whiskey is free whiskey.
Oh,
yeah.
Always.
That's my favorite price.
Right?
The best beer is free cold beer, too. So.
Yeah, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually one of those stores that I typically don't go to. It's one of those. I did see a video from Bourbon Real Talk where he talks about those stores that overprice their their bottles and stuff, and he wouldn't name the name, but that's who it is. It's the Liquor Depot here in Texas.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like $300 Blantons, all that stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Worth every freaking penny.
Now, this was actually given to me from one of my old employees. This Vietnamese guy, he bought it and was like, "Oh man, too high proof." So
Too high proof.
it's only 108 actually.
I was gonna say probably barely over 100. Yep.
Yeah, I was on Whiskey War. Was it Whiskey War stream last night? You were talking about it was like some places. No, wait. That was backstage with Marty. They were talking about some places now, the private select makers, some stores are charging $90.
Yes,
Yep.
sir. Yeah.
And it's just like, no.
I saw and my store will secondary price some of the basic shit. Like a 10-year Jack is $400.
No,
What?
I mean, it's just a normal private select pick makers for $90. I'm like, I'm out.
Yeah, so I went to Total Wine and met up with Toast Malone there last week, and they had the Makers Private Select that they've had there for months for $70, and right next to it was the newest one they got for $90, and I was like, whoa, why? What justifies this $20 jump? Like,
No.
Nope.
Yeah.
The one that gets me though is now I'm seeing Four Roses store picks for 120.
what?
Well, the thing is, there are lines for those now, so
I'm like,
it's not worth it. I mean, even Russell's picks are like 90 to 100 now.
Yeah.
I'm just like, no, I'm out.
I thought I was a wrench for you, Scott. I was gonna drop Whiskey Days.
Oh,
Whiskey
I can do
Days,
that.
You got a channel, yeah?
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
No.
Well,
I
just disregard last. I was gonna drop your channel in the chat, but
no. Like I said, I made this name up for a different profile. So I do all my whiskey stuff on, just so the algorithm stays onto it. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, right on.
Well, Mark, now you are a mod. So.
Oh,
There
okay.
you go.
No, I just
You gotta really fuck up to not be a mod
worth
around
keeping.
here. So. Like Bourbon. No, I'm kidding.
If you abuse it, you lose it. Yeah.
Yeah. Bourbon stream, everybody's a moderator.
Right.
Pretty much. I'm a little bit more restrictive, but not too bad.
No, you should be.
Yeah. I've only got a handful of people that I know and trust as moderators on mine.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always feel like it's a job, so I just don't do it.
That
I
sounds like
Sometimes it
work
is a
I'm not getting
job.
paid for.
Yeah. Free job.
I block people, and that's it.
I come to hang out and relax and not pay attention to other stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, and that's one of the great things about what we got going on here is you can have like-minded individuals to drink with and hang out and have a good time and not have to worry about driving home after you've been drinking.
Well,
Right.
and you
Oh,
should run a stream in subscriber mode only,
Yeah.
so you don't have to worry about the riffraff getting in here and doing stupid shit.
You don't have the bots posting porn links and stuff.
Yeah. I haven't had those for a while. Those are
Yep.
kind of disappeared.
Yeah, I
which
hadn't
is
seen
nice.
those in almost a year now. It seems like.
Most channels
YouTube
that do
kind of
sub
cracked
only
down.
mode, you're not going to see the shit in there.
Yep. I always do all my lives sub only, so I don't have any of those. Because when I first started doing lives, I didn't even know that was a thing, and so I started getting those bots coming in. And then when somebody told me about doing the subscriber only mode for chat, then that made it to where I don't see those bots anymore.
And the one thing I don't get, Mark, is that people will sit here and watch these, and they don't want to be a sub. And I'm like, why are you in here anyway?
Now,
it's free.
Yeah.
My
And
favorite
it
one
supports
though
the
was
channel. So you hit the like, you're on here.
Like it literally costs you nothing to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
Exactly.
Mhm.
we had. I was modding on It's Bourbon Night, and we had a troll that literally was buying super chats
It was $5.
to troll.
I saw that. And
Like
and
they bought, and you know.
well, they
What I don't get is what do they get out of it?
What up?
The fuck
there
are
you
you
go.
talking for, bro?
doing?
What
Yeah.
the fuck you think you're doing, bro?
Oh, Scott, you gotta stay on now.
Hey, Vic.
Now I know I was about to give up here in about now.
What's up, Vic?
And now
No.
he
Hey,
showed up.
Kathy Joe.
What up, y'all?
Hey Vic, Kathy, what's up, y'all?
Hey,
Look,
So anyway, yeah, Mark.
Oh!
They paid.
Hey, Tim, how's it going?
Look at all the group.
Hold on, is that Derek? Is that Mojo?
That's a Mojo and a Derek Patton.
Yeah.
Holy
That's
shit.
a Mojo and a Derek. Hot
Hey,
damn.
cheers,
I
you
tell you
fool.
what.
say hi, Ben. Say
And a
hi.
bourbon.
There he is.
We gotta stop taking shit.
Big
Talking
damn
shit now.
Derek.
Stop subbing for me.
Darrell.
Oh, that's Darrell, yeah. What up, what up?
Wow. These bitches.
Yeah, these bitches. There you
Damn
go.
it, Derek.
Hey,
going.
cheers to you guys. I hope you guys are having a good time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers,
What's up?
you fool.
What up, what up?
These bitches drunk as a motherfucker.
I was gonna say
Oh,
Hey, Derek.
he's
piggyback
reenacting the
ride.
moose shirt. I don't.
All right, brother.
Yeah. I think he's doing Big Vic in the rear.
Derek. What's up, buddy?
Derek's going to bed.
All right.
Derek's had enough fun.
I might go live tomorrow when I land, bro.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Okay. Awesome.
See you guys.
Have a good night,
All
Vic.
right.
Good night, man.
Cheers, 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 you fool.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
But yeah, no, that when
Yeah, that was.
when that person was buying super chats to troll, I was like,
Well,
"You're not getting
Chad
your money
caught it.
back. Like,
Chad caught it.
I can
Sarah
ban
didn't.
you, and you're still not getting. You're not getting your money back. Like they got.
Yeah.
I don't get what do they get out of it? Like what are they going for?
They didn't get shit out of it, and then Chad caught it, and then Sarah said something about it, and
Problem is,
it freaking
and Mark
disappeared.
knows this. When somebody blocks something, we still see it.
Yeah.
So we still see the comment. We don't know if it's been blocked or whatever.
Right.
So you can read it, and they read it, and
Yeah, like I said,
Chad read
caught
it, and I was like, no, don't read that. Bullshit. I already blocked it.
Well,
Yeah.
see, I was talking about intent, right? And so if they drop a link to some fictitious porn sites where when you log on to it, you're like actually accepting whatever, and so they try to steal your personal information. There's a goal. There's intent there. There's something to gain. But when they're just like trolling on a live stream, like what are they looking to gain there? Like what's the intent?
There's bots and other streams that are just dropping shit in there, and just to see what you do with it. So I just hover over it and I clear it, and it's blocked. It's gone.
Well, they're probably just trying to get traffic.
Yeah, I just don't see the purpose, you know.
No, there is nothing. There's nothing, Mark.
Yeah,
Nothing.
it makes no sense to me.
And
They
the
were,
shit
yeah,
that,
they were trying to get views.
the shit that Scott's talking about, I saw it in there, and Chad caught it, and I think he freaking held it or whatever because Sarah said, "I can't believe somebody put that in there. Maybe we should block that." And by that, it was already gone.
We already blocked it. We already did.
Yeah,
But they didn't see that, so.
yeah. But you don't. I mean, you don't. Those two don't. They don't. I've been watching those two for years, and they don't F around.
It's
So
good.
I don't know why you would sit there and get in their shit.
It was fun for me because I got to use my band hammer.
Yeah.
My band hammer. Hey,
Goodbye.
what's up, Lilith?
Hey, Lil.
Cheers, Lil.
How are you, Lil?
That's kind of the fun of being a moderator in some streams, though.
Very true. John was going to go to bed at 1, so that was not really an Irish goodbye. So. Well, I knew he was going, so.
Oh, okay.
So he
Well,
just
good night, John. Hope
Good
you
night,
sleep well.
John. I knew he
Good
said he
night,
was going to
John.
bed.
You freaking woman.
Yeah, it's been so damn hot here. I caught a little buzz from drinking a while ago, and I've been building a fence. I was out there in the back of my property doing a little fence work at freaking 12:45, and when the sun's not out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're saying it's supposed to be 110 here tomorrow in DFW.
Oh, goodness.
So,
Yeah.
Nope, written all over it for me.
we've been doing like 106, 108 for like the last 10, 12, 14 days. And next, I think 8 more days is like 106 average.
Where you living at?
Dallas,
Texas.
Fort Worth. Yeah.
I'm in Arizona.
Y'all are getting all of that heat.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be 113 tomorrow.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Me and Mark are like, yo. It gets above 90, it gives above 90, and I'm like, I'm sweating a bra. Like I'm out.
No,
yeah.
I've been the hottest I've ever been, and never want to be there again. To where it's like, I've got the full Army uniform on with the plate carrier helmet, full ammo load. Going through Afghanistan, it's like 120, 125, and
Yeah.
no, fuck that. I'm good.
Yeah.
Not doing that. Those high temps with full shit ever again. Nope.
That's because your PTSD is screwed, brother.
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago, it was real. Like the real temp was 100, and then the feels like temp was 125. No, thank you.
Yeah, it's insane.
Like, first of all, can we just not say real temp? The feels like a real temp versus feels like temp. Like, just give me the feels like temp is the temp. Okay, but
no, because when I'm in Kentucky, the temperature is whatever 95 or whatever, but it feels like it's 115 because the humidity is like 98% humidity. That's a whole different feeling, man.
That's what I'm saying. That should be the real temp. They shouldn't call the feels. Yeah, the real temp is the feels like temp because it feels like that temp. Like
well, that's usually in the sun rays. The shade is the actual temperature.
Right. I mean,
but yeah, being in the sun. Oh my God! Like I said, I've been building this fence. I've been out, and I can only spend like 2 hours, and then I come in just completely soaking sweat.
Z-Man, I'm out of my my night side glass, and so I'm gonna pour some Buffalo Trace with you.
There you go.
The best bottle in frickin' town, brother.
Dude.
Yeah, we got it all over here in Dallas, Fort Worth.
Yeah.
A lot of places don't have it.
Eagle Rare haven't found for years. Buffalo Trace, it's everywhere.
It'll pop up here a little bit, not too much, but Buffalo Trace and that Special Reserve Weller it's like nonstop here right now. When I first couldn't find it, I went kind of in the hood a little bit close to where my work was, and I talked to the guy there, and he's like, "Man, all I could sell is tequila." And he had $25 Buffalo Trace, and I was buying it, but now everybody has it here.
Mark, you go to the Middle East and come back?
4 times. Yeah.
And when you come back, how was it?
It was a relief to come home because there was a lot of people that didn't.
Yeah.
So I can appreciate that. My buddy was 11 years Army, and I've known him for probably like 15 years. And he was telling me that they would sit in Hummers and they would look at the top of buildings because you're looking for insurgents that were fucking out there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and he worked for the state prison with me. And I'm like, so, and you know, a lot of people don't want to talk about their shit, but he would just say it to me. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? He goes, I drove in the vehicle with my wife, and I would sit there and I would like look at the tops of buildings as we were driving around. I'm like, are you fucking serious? And he's like, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a fucking rough ride to come back and forth, and some guys got it together, and some guys are just they're F for life.
Yep. Every pile of trash on the side of the road, you wonder if there's something fucking crazy in it. And every time that there's like a bottleneck, you worry about the surrounding area, because if you get bottlenecked in, you get ambushed and you have nowhere to go, and you get like an intuitive defensive driving technique about you, like when on my way to and from work. Like it keeps me alive, man.
Yeah. To what?
Yeah.
To the ones who got to come home and the ones that didn't.
Yeah, no crap.
Yes, sir. Cheers to that.
Lest we forget.
Yeah, I used to. I was gonna say I used to breed snakes, and my partner was in the Army, and he retired recently, a couple of years ago. He was airborne, but he never left the States. I guess he screwed up his back, and then he ended up being a recruiter for many years.
Well, that's what happens when you're airborne, man. That's why I didn't go that route. When I went through MEPS and did the initial, onboarding with the Army, they said, "Oh, you qualify for airborne." I'm like, "How about no?" Like I've already heard the stories about guys doing training for airborne jumps, jack up their knees, jack up their hips, jack up their back, all that kind of nonsense, and then they don't get to go out there and do what they wanted to do. I'm like, maybe that's for some people, but I've got a different plan in mind, and I'm not going airborne. Nope. It just wasn't for me. But mad respect for all the ones that did, because some of those airborne dudes have done a lot of good throughout their history.
Well, and then you hear, maybe I shouldn't say this, but I will. It's how to get rid of their bodies. And you hear the stories of, throw them in a freaking canal and you burn them. And a lot of people were like, what the hell are you talking about? I'm like, yeah, that's what they do.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Like you hear stories from those guys that were in Korea.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh, my dad made it to Vietnam in 1964, and he was in communications. And I think you and I were on another stream and talked about it a little bit, but the bottom.
How you doing, Chris?
What up, Chris? Hey, Scotty. Guy Gunny.
How you doing, brother?
Yeah.
Whiskey Days, how are you, man?
I'm good. How are you, Chris?
Yep, good to see you, Chris.
Yeah, cheers, Chris.
We only just got home a few minutes ago from being out having a memorial sort of lunch for Lil's mum. So.
Oh, okay.
I'm glad she was able to get together with family.
Except for it decided to rain when and turned really windy and was rather unpleasant for the first.
Oh man, that sucks, man. I can totally empathize with that. You going out there to bury a loved one, and like the weather just makes it even shittier.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Yeah,
that sucks.
It was especially since we've been having 70-degree days, up to 80-degree days the last few days, and suddenly it drops down to around being a 65-degree day. So
Yeah.
It was always
with wind and rain.
It was always funny with my grandma. She was like, "If I die during the winter, you just let me you keep me. Don't bury me until it warms up." Well, she ended up dying in late February, and it was cold. Rain. It was absolutely cold until the funeral, and then it was 78 degrees. It went from 32 degrees to 78 on the day that we were supposed to bury her.
Wow.
It was cold as hell the week before. But the day we had to bury her, she's like, "Oh,
better, man. It always feel better, man."
Well, that was like when we were over in Kentucky in about 2016. We went over and we flew out of Kentucky on Thanksgiving Day, but we went to a UK game. The day before it was 78 degrees. The day of the game it was 32.
What?
Wow. Wow.
So it dropped like 40, 43, 44 degrees overnight, and we didn't have any real cold weather gear, so we were running around trying to buy cold weather gear. So everyone's going to us, no, it's beautiful in Kentucky in November.
It's the 7th anniversary of her passing.
Yep.
Mother's passing. That's nice. Little. Except for the rain and the wind.
Yeah.
No, we just went and found one of the shelters and we just sat in there. It was nice out of the wind and
yeah.
I don't know. Rain sounds really good. I don't think we've had rain in 7 weeks here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we've had a pretty bad drought for a while too, but the July was probably the rainiest July I think I've ever seen.
I mean, it's so dry here. My grass is mowing itself. It's just dying and blowing off. I mean, it's
7 weeks is a long time without rain, man.
Oh yeah, no, it's been a long time. My ground's cracked. I can already see 6-inch deep cracks in the ground.
Yeah.
we had that a few years ago.
Well, we had a drought for like 3 or 4 years, and it got so bad. But then, like one year, it rained, and it literally wiped the drought out, and was like a surplus. It was in 1 year. I was like, dang.
Yeah, we had that.
I was gonna say Australia had those, like, it was drought,
Yeah,
really bad drought, and then you had a lot of fires.
We had floods.
Yeah.
The floods and the fires. Yeah, I remember
And
that.
then we had fires, and then because there could be fires because there was basically a winter of everything growing after a year of rain, and then the whole eastern seaboard went up in flame.
Yeah, that was crazy. I remember all.
I remember that.
Kept me busy at work for 8 months.
Well, at least you were busy.
We just kept moving equipment to keep up with all the fires moving down the coastline.
Yeah, that was insane. Around the world was hearing all about that.
And then now we have Canada just on fire.
About the koalas. They were all horrified about the koalas losing their habitat.
Oh shit! I
Watching
remember that.
firemen feed koalas water out of water bottles. So
Yeah. We didn't get any of that Canada stuff here in Dallas Fort Worth. We just always hear about it.
Yeah. When they do that, or like dry burns or whatever in Kansas and Oklahoma, ag burns, those are fun.
Yeah,
it
we're
always
having
blows
fires
up
now.
like in our area.
Yeah, I had a bunch of A&M water planes flying over my house about 2 weeks ago. We have a private lake in our neighborhood. I guess they were landing in there getting water for a fire that broke out close to the Metroplex. I kept hearing them over and over, and I couldn't figure it out. And then I went out and I could see this the red and white planes with numbers on them. And then about 3 days later, I saw on the social media and stuff where there's another fire going, showing video of the exact same planes I was seeing flying over my house. I was like, oh, okay, yeah. So
shit.
yeah, they were working a fire south of me.
Yeah, so I've just thrown a boneless leg of lamb on in the smoker. That's dinner tonight. That'll be ready in about 3.5 hours.
There you go.
Nice.
Meat.
So speaking of food, I tried out a new recipe the other day where I did baked chili dogs.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
it was so much cleaner and easier to eat than a regular chili dog.
Huh.
It was good. You gotta take the buns and open them up and put them in the oven to toast them. And I did some garlic olive oil to with a brush to do the inside of the buns for a flavor kick. But then did a layer of cheese and chili and the dog, then chili, then cheese, and then baked them. And so they're like a solid unit, almost like a Hot Pocket, right?
Nice.
And it was so much cleaner and easier to eat than a regular chili dog, and it was great. I don't know why I hadn't thought of it before. It was a good time.
Yeah,
The whole family loved it. I'm telling you.
I mean, I don't even think about making chili cheese dogs
Yeah.
at home.
I gotta leave, Scott. Cheers, brother.
All right,
All right,
Z-Man, thanks for
man.
hanging out with me tonight, man.
Good night, Z-Man.
You have a good one.
Talk
Good night,
to you in
buddy.
a few hours, man.
Cheers.
Wow, he actually said bye.
Didn't just peace out.
G-Man generally does say bye. He doesn't
does.
tend to be one who drops off.
Yeah. Well, the past few
Unless
ones I've been
something
watching,
happens.
he just disappears. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, a lot of people don't like long goodbyes. It's not drawing it out.
Well, sometimes everybody's already in the conversation. And it's easier to just dip out.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
I'm from the Midwest. Ours are 2 hours long. Well,
Yeah.
that's
That's
true.
when you say you're going, you dip out, and then you come back into the chat for another hour and a half.
Yeah, I see that.
Just for you, Chris.
And then come into the after party.
Just for you. Just for you. It's actually, I come to the after party for Lil, most likely.
That's why most people come to it.
I mean, that's true. I gotta stop eating this trail mix. My God. Too good. Well, we had, for my mom's birthday, we had crab legs, some shrimp scampi.
Dungeness, King, Snow.
Just snow crabs. They're from Red Lobster. Nothing fancy, but still good.
Yeah, still good.
I like
y'all
their
were
shrimp
talking about-
scampi a lot at Red Lobster, and their biscuits are,
Oh, the cheddar.
Cheddar Bay biscuits.
Oh, man.
Just keep them coming. Don't stop.
Well, y'all were
I
talking
get
about
some more
that.
to go.
Yeah.
What?
You better fill my biscuits as much as you fill my water.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Well, I was going to say that y'all were just talking about the imitation crab earlier, and that's just made out of that soulfish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
No,
can't-
imitation crab. That's a
can't
no
eat
go.
it.
No
I can't
go.
eat it.
I
Nope.
mean, that's pretty much kind of what they use in sushi. It's an imitation.
Yep. Yeah, here
I
in the
don't eat
Pacific
sushi either.
Northwest, if you try
Well, I
to give
love
me some
sushi,
of that
but-
bullshit, nope.
Sushi's good, but yeah, I mean, real crab. Oh yeah, it's so good. My daughter loves it.
I like I like it when I go like somewhere where there's fish nearby, not Nebraska.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
Don't
So
eat-
if you get a landlocked area selling
Yeah.
seafood, you question
Don't-
it.
Don't eat the sushi in Nebraska.
Yeah.
Well, you know, living here in Texas, we get the Gulf Coast, and you go down there and you actually experience it. But you know, DFW is far enough away that we're like the same as you as far as Nebraska. You know, we're far enough away that it's almost landlocked, like you're saying. It's
Well, that's a good thing about when we go to Kentucky, because UPS have their major hub in Louisville. They get all the
Right.
fresh seafood flowing in every day because it's a major hub.
Sushi restaurants in Louisville, probably one of the best, besides like the coast.
Mm.
yeah. I mean, we got good sushi here.
Yeah.
I mean, being the third largest airport, I think, or whatever it is. I mean, we get a lot of people in.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, DFW is a good size.
Yeah,
A lot
I
of
think
fun
we're
to
like
get around.
yeah, I think we're third largest. I think we're behind O'Hare and
O'Hare, yeah. O'Hare is huge.
yeah, and then there's one more I think that's bigger than us.
Atlanta's huge.
Yeah, I think Atlanta and O'Hare, and then we're DFW are the largest. I think those are the two that beat us.
LAX
Yeah,
would be
well,
up
that's
there
good.
too.
We're lucky we've got.
Yeah, I was gonna say LAX is really big.
Well, you know, I think being smack dab in the middle here in the States, that we kind of, you know, really outperform Atlanta. I mean,
Well, we have direct flights into DFW from over here.
yeah. See, I mean, we have a lot of direct flights out of DFW here.
Yeah. Yeah, Fort Worth, that's a big airport.
The A380s, it's a walk in the park.
Yeah, my kids live in Grand Prairie, which is, I mean, not Grand Prairie, that's where I work, but Grapevine, which is on the north end of the airport, and I'm there a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I see them fly in a lot.
All the same frozen fish.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, well, there's 3 direct flights a day from Australia into DFW.
Well, yeah, my job has been.
Sydney and Melbourne have got direct flights into DFW.
That's cool.
Yeah, I make airplane parts for a living, and I it's all right job, but yeah, I enjoy seeing the actual planes fly because I feel like that's somewhat part of it, but just I get intrigued with it.
The new Dreamliner, we were supposed to have direct flight from here in Brisbane to Chicago. I believe they're supposed to be starting up at the end of the year.
Nice. We get absolute shit flights out of Lincoln and Omaha. So
And we're doing a Sydney, Auckland to New York flight now.
Yeah. Every flight I've ever had to take, I've had to have a connecting flight. I can't go. I mean,
Scott, did I tell you that the only place I've ever rode a horse was in Nebraska?
Sounds about right.
I had a buddy that lived in Lincoln and went to visit him, and I rode one of his horses, and that's the only place. Like my wife rides horses here in Washington, but I've never rode a horse.
Not you.
Here.
You're like I'm.
The only time I've rode a horse was in Nebraska.
There you go.
You'll have to go down to Boise and go catch up with Kathy Joe.
Kathy Joe.
Oh, dude, fucking Boise is a nice city. I like it a lot. I spent
you're not too far.
I spent a solid week in Boise, and I really like it. It's really
we're
cool.
going to be there in 5 weeks.
Nice. Yeah, I've been to 35 out of the 50 states. My bucket list is to get those last 15.
Yep.
So talking about Nebraska, what YouTubers are out of Nebraska? I mean, I follow one other one, but
Whiskey Sommelier. He's another one.
okay, he's one. Okay, I've heard of him.
There's a few like just Instagram only ones.
Right.
Yeah,
I don't know. I've been blackballed by all of them. They all hate me.
Well, I'm just saying broad spectrum.
Mark knows why.
Uh-huh. It's all right. It's all right.
Let's just say I don't put up with bullshit.
Right. They have an agenda.
Yeah, exactly.
We have a community. There's
Yeah.
a difference. There's a difference. Big difference.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can tell. Just like with this Pours in the Park, you can tell the community. You know.
For sure.
There's
Shut up,
people
Will.
that are
This
in
internet
this.
and the press.
There's people that are trying to get into this with an agenda. Not.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I'm not going to get
Not
into
gonna
it.
get into it, but yeah.
Yeah. For selfish reasons. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna say like wanting to make this your career is. I mean, that's fine, but it's all in how you treat the people.
Yeah.
And here I was thinking it was because you said that tipping cows wasn't a sport in Nebraska.
You know, every single person I've ever met that tried to tip a cow broke their collarbone. So, like, you don't do that shit.
You're only saying that because they're 800 pounds. That's the only reason why.
I mean, it's kind of like I don't know if y'all have seen the guy on a buffalo YouTube videos or whatever. Oh my god, just YouTube guy on a buffalo, and there's a whole like series of guy like, and it's got music to it, and he's trying to like, it's a guy on a buffalo, and then he like, friggin' he's the guy on a buffalo, and you can definitely tell that the buffalo does not want this guy to be on his back, and damn near kills this guy, but it's funny, so check it out if you haven't seen it.
So I'm gonna do like a last pour.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go backstage or a
Yeah.
little bit.
I'm
I'm not going late like I was, so.
So what are you going with for the last pour, Mark?
That's what I was debating, and so I was just gonna freaking spin the wheel and just drink whatever the wheel tells me to.
Yeah. Sounds good.
That's fair enough. Well, that's where it was quite funny the other day. We were sitting there and
Nope. Let's see hold on.
we're sitting watching YouTube the other night, and a friend of ours in Kentucky sent us a message saying, "Oh, by the way, just so you remember, I've got 2 bottles of Henry McKenna still here for you."
There you go.
He's had them at his house since 2016.
What? Since 2016? Yes. Well, it's
we're buying Henry McKenna over there for $28 a bottle.
Yeah.
Oh, a light whiskey.
Light whiskey. You want to go to bed tonight, apparently.
Yeah.
Holy.
Yeah, that'll help you get.
He didn't come back. I see man's back.
Yeah, that'll finish it off.
That'll help you get to sleep.
Turn off your YouTube, Z-Man.
There you go.
I've been drinking this. I haven't been wanting to drink too much. I've had one pour, and I don't think I'm even going to finish it.
Yeah.
Of the, it's Bourbon Night Buffalo. No, Bullet.
Yeah, Bullet.
Did you get this one, Chris?
What's that?
The It's Bourbon Night Bullet pick. No,
I didn't get that one.
it's not
But then
bad.
I've got about half a dozen different bullets in the cupboard at the moment.
Yeah, no kidding. Obtanium light whiskey.
Yeah, man. That's the light whiskey I got. I've got brain candy, and I've got a bottle 1 of 1 that I'm not drinking yet. But this is the third. I only have 3 bottles of light whiskey.
Oh.
And I'm going to send you back one of these with Troy Man too, Mark.
Okay.
See you in the NT.
A koozie.
Yeah.
Easy. Yeah.
Dude, I like it. That is freaking hot. I love it. I love it.
Oh man.
And I'm gonna be sending some stuff with him as well. Oh my goodness.
Unless you'd rather one which is for South Australia, which is go down south with your mouth.
Oh, dude, I actually like that better. Yeah. that is. Yeah, my it's not really a dad joke, but how does it go? What is 6.9? It's a good time ruined by a period.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, everybody, thanks for joining Fifth Quarter
Damn it, Mark. What do you do?
Oh
You
man.
bastard.
Holy chocolate cake.
We'll try and work in getting up your way next year, Mark, when we come back over.
Oh, right on. Yeah, there's a lot of people up here in the Pacific Northwest with the Women of Whiskeys and me, Troy Man, Bourbon Baller,
Yeah,
and Toast Malone. All of us are Whiskey Wanderberg, fucking Marvin. Yeah, we're all up here. We're a pretty tight knit community up here, man.
Yeah. Thanks for leaving my name
Well,
out, Mark.
hopefully,
What's up?
Leo.
You're not out in the Pacific Northwest, man.
Me?
Yeah, you. You're in the Southwest. The Southwest. Like it's deep.
Yeah, wow. Sorry, Scott.
Z-Man's in the slightly toasted southwest.
Loving every minute of it, Chris.
You're extra crispy, man. Southwest.
All right, then.
Goodness.
That's how your buzzard is on the side of the road at the moment in Arizona.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Kill it.
All right, guys, I'm gonna jump out.
All right, man. Appreciate
It
you
was
coming
good
on,
having
Mark.
some pours with you guys as always. I love having some drinks with you guys, and appreciate you guys always being there for people that need other people to drink with, so they're not drinking alone.
That's right. That's why
Yeah.
we're here.
Good night, guys.
Mark.
And I think with that, we are going to go in the back room. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. There are spots available. Just go ahead and I'll give it a minute. If you want to click the StreamYard link, we can hang out for a little bit in the back. Appreciate everybody hanging out. I don't normally go this late on a Saturday I don't go on Saturdays. This is Big Vic's channel, so.
No, you're generally hovering in Vic's channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just in Vic's till like 4 a.m. because he keeps me up that late. But anyway, appreciate everybody. Thanks, everybody. You all have a great night.